SJ, welcome back to the channel. What the hell's wrong with my camera? There we go. That's the way it is. Yeah, guys, sorry for the late start. I just came back from watching Black Adam, which premiered this weekend, and a couple of my friends went to go see it, and yeah, you know what? It's a pretty good movie. Like I have to admit. Now, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed what's it called? Shazam when it first came out, and watching Black Adam, it was a really fun popcorn movie. Definitely, like I have no problems. I have no problems with Shazam, or Black Adam. I think that both movies were really good. Now looking at Shazam 2, I guess I don't know what they're calling it now, but basically Shazam Returns. I don't know what they're calling it, but that one looks a little bit more in line with the first movie from Shazam. But Black Adam was very different. It's sort of an anti-hero kind of movie, but at the same time, it is The Rock, so we're dealing with a lot of different themes in the movie itself, and it's set in a completely different timeline. If you guys know anything about Black Adam, Doctor Fate, for example, Hawkman, the classic DC characters. Yeah, you have to really take this in with a grain of salt. I think there are a lot of things which have changed, but just like many of these comic book movies today, a lot of things do change within the context of the film. Does that make it a bad film? No, it's actually very enjoyable. But is it in the same continuity as what you would expect for, if you're a true DC fan, for example, you really should put aside a lot of the truths that you know about Doctor Fate and about Hawkman and about Black Adam. You really have to just let yourself go, and I think you'll have a better time because at certain parts of the movie I was looking at, I was like that's weird. I think that's the safest thing I can say about Black Adam. That's weird, right? And that's really strange. Why is I had all these kind of flashes in my head. I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah, why is that happening? And a lot of moments like that. There really was. And then I guess you really have to look at it in a certain vein of why did that have to happen? That's actually a really good question. Did that have to happen? Did it have to go in that direction? Right? Sometimes I caught myself thinking, man, that shouldn't have happened that way, or particularly the ending was really like many of these movies where they have a lot of team ups. You know what I mean? I think that actually is a big thing. Once they have a team up or something along those lines, things tend to change because you have these groups of superheroes who have to work together. But then if you know the history behind them, you really have to put that part of you aside because you're not gonna really enjoy the movie if you really stick to the canon, the established comic book canon, and that's something you just have to realize. And particularly with Doctor Fate, kind of Dr. Fate's not my favorite superhero, but at the same time, I know enough about Dr. Fate and the kind of once you put on the helmet kind of thing, that kind of idea. So I knew enough about that it kind of weirded me out in certain parts. Knowing what that portion of it is about, and yeah, no, but at the end of the day, it was actually a very enjoyable movie, and I don't regret seeing it. Is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I just wanted to kind of give a context as to where I was and why it's already 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm doing my thing, right? So anyway, guys, thank you again for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure to be able to spend some time with you during this, because I know it's 2:00 in the morning for crying out loud, and you guys are up and watching the channel. So once again, guys, I really do appreciate all your love and support. This is always a great time to be able to hang out with you guys. once again, I really do want to thank, as always, I always want to thank the people who make to help make this happen. Just let me bring that up for a second. Gosh, it's always an interesting time in the Mega J Retro Studios. Always an interesting time. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. Can you guys see the screen? Is it jittering? Like I don't know. On my side, it looks like it's actually doing something odd, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Where are you? You need to be here. I need you to be here. All right, I'm gonna get this right. Hopefully that'll work. All right, there we go. Yeah, I do want to thank everyone who helps to make this show happen. And of course, all of my Patreon supporters and channel members. I really want to thank everybody on this screen, because these are the people who really go out of their way to help support the channel. And not that everybody else here is not doing that. Just by watching and commenting and liking and subscribing to the channel, that's more than enough. But these people, these individuals here, of course, have gone that extra mile to support the channel. I really want to make sure that they're recognized. Princess Cagley, Old IT Guy, Ken33, Christopher Herndon, Palpatine, 1975, Joseph Michaels, Gamer Bud, Tom M, Snell's World, Hugo Baudry, Maniac Plastic Toy Shop, John Joker, Soldier 11M, Nolan, Rufus Roger, and of course mftoys.ca. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support. It's because of contributors like that, like those generous people there who help to make this channel really continue to grow. I do want to always give my thanks to everybody who helps to contribute to the channel, because it's because of those contributions that I can continue doing what I do. Because I've had to replace my camera a couple of times. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've also my mic has actually been improved because of that. And for whatever reason today, the streaming was kind of jittery. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna have to get that checked now. So yeah, and of course, a lot of things that happen in and out of the studio, which no matter what, every little bit helps, and all those contributions really do help to keep the channel going. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for all that. It really does help the channel when someone becomes a Patreon member. And of course, if anybody's interested and has the means to actually help support the channel, please check out my Patreon page at Mega J Retro on Patreon. Every little bit counts, and I really do appreciate everybody who does contribute. But guys, we are not here to talk about that right now. I just wanted to acknowledge all those people who help make this channel possible. But today, what I really wanted to talk about is this continuing idea. A lot of people are always of the mindset that adult collectors, um, we're kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? I like myself, for a good example. I collect pretty much everything. Like anything that has a nostalgia sort of angle on it, I'm pretty much there. The only thing I don't collect which is nostalgia driven, pretty much to the max, is Funko Pops, and that's because they just don't appeal to me as a toy, as an action figure. But everything else is fair game for me usually. Like I'm really excited for the upcoming Dungeons and Dragons figures. I love what NECA is doing with their lines, but there's just something about that I really want to stay away from. NECA, if I really start getting deep into NECA, I think it could be a disaster. Like, honestly, I'm already getting into their Gargoyles line, and that's really killing me right now. Honestly, Thundercats, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe. Like, come on, it just keeps going and going and going. G.I. Joe, just like everything, every single toy line you can think of that has some sort of association with me, I really want it. And there's the thing. A lot of times we have to, especially now in this climate, in this time of uncertainty, right? We have a lot of problems going on in the world. Whether it be conflicts in the east, all these other things that are happening, around the world. Gas prices are going up. Food is getting more expensive. You know, clothing, everything is going up. And along with that is toys. Toys are going up like really, really quickly in terms of price. And you know, it just seems to be getting worse. And Hasbro seems to be leading that charge. You know, they've had at least 3 price hikes in the last 2 years, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. It seems like they're going to have another price hike eventually. I'm not sure if it's going to be within this year, but I would imagine that it could very well be next year, and that's scary. That is very, very scary. Mattel and other toy companies seem to be going obviously on the same path, but they're measuring themselves a little bit better. You know, we don't see as many price hikes, you know, going as quickly as Hasbro. Hasbro really seems to be taking it by the horn and just keeps continually raising prices, particularly with the adult collectible items or items which seem to be perceived as adult collectibles. And for good or bad, you know, it's reflected. It seems to be reflecting on their bottom line because, as reported by multiple channels, um, including Lau's Review Files, a very good channel if you guys haven't checked it out. He reported on the report that Hasbro had set out, and yeah, I agree with him. You know, they did not hit their target for this year in terms of like overall profits, whereas previous years they were having you know record profits throughout the years. So what does that mean? And now it's looking like Mattel is going in the opposite direction, right? Mattel is actually back on the up, which is very surprising for a lot of people because some people don't realize just how close those two companies have been in the past. At one point, Mattel was actually number one and Hasbro was number two, and now they really have us, you know, kind of flip flopped. But whoever's on the top inevitably gets knocked down, and you know, a peg or two, depending on you know a few mismanagement steps or anything. But there's a lot of speculation going on right now as to why these things are starting to occur. But I think it really starts to just boil down to the idea of really understanding your market. And over the last couple of years, a lot of people are going to argue that Hasbro has really fallen off the mark in terms of knowing what the consumer wants or understanding what the consumer wants. And it's interesting because they have so many different lines of production for adult collectibles, and many of them, which at one point or another was thought of as you know pretty much solid, rock solid, like blue chip kind of ideas. You know what I mean? Things which you know even on the worst day would sell because the fan base is just so you know hungry for the figures that are being offered. But we've seen time and time again, and especially more recently, that that's not the case. You know, things like Star Wars. Wow, like you know, it's pretty incredible what's been happening on that front. Where you know, where it was pretty much almost a guarantee if you make anything Star Wars, it's like printing money. But in the recent years, we've seen that a lot of toy collectors are now becoming very very selective, even pre-pandemic and pre recession. It's looking more and more like if you do not give people what they want, if you just continue to bring up substandard products or products which people were never asking for, or multiple products of the same figure but in different variations, for example, right? It seems like that seems to be a huge formula for Star Wars, and a lot of people have been noticing the same thing with Marvel Legends, and the one brand that seems to be going strong and so far was a surprise to everybody seems to be GI Joe, which when and in the inception when it was first starting out, it was actually considered a very poor brand. People were like, "No, this is not my GI Joe. This is not what I remember." And a lot of people were actually abandoning the line, but they really have been able to pivot that line and come full circle actually. And it really does look like people are really gearing up towards more GI Joe in the future. But they seem to be falling back on their own issues, and I want to get into that a little later. Whereas on the opposite part of the spectrum, it's amazing. It really is absolutely amazing what Master Universe seems to have done for the for Mattel going forward. Like, oh my god, this 40th anniversary seems to be an incredible just awakening of so many different fans who just remember Master Universe. It appears that way anyway, and it seems like Mattel is really riding this wave There was a lot of concern for Mattel at one point, especially with the early ongoings of the Master Universe Origins. Depending on which state you are, depending on like where you were in the world, whether it was Europe or Canada or certain parts of Asia, you know, it really was a question of when am I going to get these figures and how am I going to get these figures. Whereas in the states, depending on your state, you were flooded on the initial launch of this at every single Walmart, and some retailers, specifically Walmart retailers, depending on your state, people were like, Jesus Christ, get these things out of here! Like they are clogging the shelves. We don't know what to do with them. Whereas other states, there was nothing. It was literally bone dry. People were like, where is this Master Universe supposed to be? Like we got one shipment every 3 months, right? And then the pandemic hit, and things went just absolutely haywire. Um, and but throughout the whole thing, throughout everything, Mattel kept going strong and really did support the brand in so many different ways. And we had so many different people chiming in and saying, "No, this brand is dead." We see a lot of things being clogged in the shelves. Like nobody's buying these toys, right? Like they're having clearances all the time. Like, but for sure, Mattel is going to kill this line within the next 2 years. But I don't think that I think that something interesting happened in that whole echo space, right? Because I think what ended up happening was uh, no one anticipated that Mattel was really gearing up for the 40th anniversary of Master Universe, and I don't really think people really expected such a big, huge, massive push for the 40th anniversary, and how Mattel has really galvanized themselves to actually dedicate themselves to this line. It's absolutely incredible just how many resources they put into this. So much so that we've now actually have had a successful Kickstarter, a crowdsource project for a massive playset, which I don't think anybody expected going forward. And look at where we are today with that playset, just absolutely bonkers. Who would have thought that it would have fully funded in its first week, and then just prior to the 2 days before, just prior to the 2 days before, um, no, sorry, within the 2 days before the deadline of the bonus figure, the very first tier was reached, and that's absolutely bonkers in and of itself. So I wanted to ask a question today: what is it that we want as collectors? Because oftentimes we don't know exactly what we want until somebody tells us, right? It's really interesting. Who knew that Masters of the Universe would have such a huge resurgence when introduced into the market? I mean, it's just this wonderful, it's just this crazy thing that happens once you do something. Also, the old adage from Field of Dreams: if you build it, they will come. That doesn't always work, but in this case, you know. Um, Master Universe seems to have sparked the imagination for some reason, and I think I have a couple of reasons why, and I'm going to get to those in a second. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, it seems like the king of the hill right now seems to be getting knocked off of the roost, because it seems like Hasbro, who's been the number one toy brand of the world for quite some time now, seems to be making some missteps, at least in the adult collector market. And I'm not sure if that's actually what affected their bottom line, in terms of like their overall profits. But I'm wondering at the same time if these price hikes have actually, skewed their overall forecast, because they were expecting a certain amount of profit, given this huge price gap that we're no longer accustomed to. And I wonder if that really did contribute to many of the overall missed targets that have happened, in this year, in this last quarter alone. But guys, we're definitely going to get into this discussion. But I want to say hi to everybody who's in the chat, because there's this seems to be a lot of people who've been waiting to say hi. So thank you guys again for being here today. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here. Armando, hey, what's going on, Armando? Good to see you, my friend. Motu for Moti, good one. I love that. I love your avatar there. Looks amazing. Good to see you, Armando. Adam Bomb 0108. Good to see you, my friend. Origins. Good to see you, brother. Joshua Alvarez. Good to see you. What's going on, my friend? Gamerbud, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Ronald Embry. What's up, Jay? What's up, Ronald? Good to see you. Mothman 46. Mo 2. Yes, Mo 2. Absolutely. Aaron Hardy. Hey, what's going on, Aaron? To claim my collection as dependents on my tax return. That's what you want? Is that what you really want? That's going to be awesome. I don't think it's going to happen, though, but that is awesome. Andrew Davis. Jay's hella busy out there in the streets with all these streams. Don't forget about your boy. Email me. Yes, Andrew, I know. I'm just very, very busy, and I get back to your emails as quickly as I can. Unfortunately, it's been that kind of week, and I had to spend time with some friends. So yeah, Andrew, I haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry. Mike Fami, hey Mike, what's going on, my friend? We need another Flipper Frank appearance. What the heck was that, man? Like, how did he get on the stream? What happened? He literally took over. I could not believe it. Like, and then he started peddling his wares. Like, well, like seriously, what was he thinking? Like, advertising Flipboard on my channel. Like, man, dude, think about the time and place. But I guess that's why he did the whole takeover, right? That's what his aim was. Anyway, Frank, do what you will. Thanks, Mike. Good to see you. Brick something. Do we really want discounts? Ha 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 ha. Brick something. Glad to hear Black Adam's fun. Sounds like a nice DCEU course is correcting and heading in a good direction. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I don't really mind where the DC where any of the movies are actually going, but in terms of Black Adam, I had a good time. I thought it was actually a lot of fun. Simon, what's going on, Simon? Good to see you, brother. James Moreau, CC James. My complaint about Black Adam is that all the human characters were idiots. I don't know. Black Adam was human. You know what I mean? I mean, he was human. He didn't seem like too much of an idiot. And Dr. Fate is human. We got to remember that. They're positioning the helmet as being something which is not, is metaphysical, and I get that. I mean, like, but if we really know the history of Dr. Fate, that's kind of why my eyebrow goes, "What are you talking about?" Right? It was one of the what exactly? But it is what it is, I guess. Good to see you, Simon. Aaron Hardy. I thought for sure it was going to be morbid time, morbid time all over again with Black Adam. I'm not sure what that means. What's morbid time? I don't know what that is. Sorry, Aaron. I have no idea what morbid time is. I'm not sure what that is. Did back Eternia. Nice. Congratulations, Simon. That's awesome. Did you back Eternia? Yes. So I'm good. I'm good, Simon. Good to see you, brother. Congratulations on Jay Toy Hunter. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I got really lucky that on my last hunt. It was absolutely nuts. Aaron, I'm not liking what you're saying. What Aaron, you're gonna have to be more specific. You can't just you gotta put everything in complete sentences. Because if you don't complete those complete sentences, you kind of like leave me hanging. So remember, I don't get to everybody's comments too often as often as I can. Armando, The Rock plays himself in every movie, but on a good note, he did bring back Henry Cavill. So there's that. All right, I'm not gonna say what happened. I'm not gonna say anything, Armando. People have not watched the movie, so let's just no spoilers here if we can. I don't know if The Rock plays himself, but he really is typecast as that badass kind of guy, and it works for him. It's kind of like the way Samuel L. Jackson basically has the same demeanor in every single one of his roles. He hasn't done too many, dramatic roles. If you, I don't know if that's the right term for it, but yeah, I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think it's so much The Rock. I think it really is more, badass. I think that's really what he's been typecast for. Simon, I can't believe you got 3 Motu castles for that. Yeah, you know what? That was absolutely pure luck. Like it really was. It was just one of those things. You wander in someplace, you're looking for a deal, right? Because I thought that like there were many sales and clearances around that time, and I think just the week prior to that, the Grayskulls were on sale for $30, right? They were being advertised for $30. So I thought, heck, I could always use another Grayskull. Just went over, scanned that in, and for whatever strange reason, it was $2. So yeah, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you can get very lucky. Bloodsport 1. Hey, Jay, Pilot Loot, Ranger and Tomax BBTS. Nice. Congratulations, Bloodsport. Hope you get those soon. Simon, how much for retail for Motu Castle Grayskull that you got from Walmart if it wasn't 2 cents? Here in Canada, they're $99.99, so about $100. Primate 76. Good morning. Hey, what's going on, Primate 76? Always good to see you, brother. From Germany in chat. Please no spoilers about Black Adam movie. I'm gonna see it on Sunday. There you go, bro. I haven't said anything. I kind of like gave an overview of my thoughts, but I didn't really spoil anything. Although someone did say something just now that not it wasn't much of a spoiler, but I think everybody knew what it was, but I'm not going to talk too much more about it. Mothman 46. I paid $80 at Mayor for that Grayskull. I paid $100 for mine. And you guys can. I found them very early on when they first started showing up. So yeah, I paid full price for my first castle, and I was looking for a second one. Hey, what's going on? Ken, what's going on? 2:30 a.m. is nothing for Mega J. I usually go at one. I usually go at 1. And as you guys know, I explained it. I was at the movie, so I came back. So I thought, might as well get back on to see if anybody wants to hang out. Aaron Hardy, good to see you. Good to see you, Ken. Aaron Hardy, Black Adam would never say the powers are a curse. His gods give different advice than Billy's. Okay, hold on, Aaron. That's not true. So see, there's the thing about that. If you know the original history of Black Adam, no, that story is more or less true. What happened in in the movie is kind of like it's obviously changed a little bit, and I don't want to say too much about it. But Aaron, it's I don't know if they've retconned it. They've retconned stories all the time, so it's interesting how all that works out. LFIV, what's going on, brother? Jay, what are you describing? What you are describing is what I'm afraid of with Black Adam. I read Power Shazam, JSA, Hawkman, and Dr. Faith back in there. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing though. If you're if you know the stories and the lineage of all these characters, this movie might seem a bit awkward. But in terms of just having a funny movie, it is fun. I'll put it that way. So I think LFIV. I hope that makes sense. Simon, let's support Jay and your friends about Jay content and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, Jay, thank you, Simon. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. Bullwinkle 80. What's up, Jay in chat? Good to see you, Bullwinkle. What's going on? LFIV. Expectations are low for Black Adam. They should be. You go in there, don't expect much, and see if you have a good time. That's the way I always look at movies. So go in on it, thinking that's whatever, and see what happens. You might be pleasantly surprised. Mothman 46. It's got a small shake. It's got a small shake. Sorry, brother. I'm not 100%. Again, that's the context I need a little bit. So let me know what the expand on that. I'm not really sure what that means. Jarhead, hey, what's going on, Jarhead? Jay, I love your late night streams. Again, they're late night for some people, and it's actually mid afternoon or morning for others. So it's interesting. But great to see you, Jarhead. Bullwinkle 80, yes, I see it. Awesome. Toy Connections, try it as a share screen rather than an overlay. I know. I hadn't set up the screen properly at the time, and it was doing its own thing. Bayush Gamma, yes, it's jittering a little. Okay, well, I think it's normalized right now, so hopefully we're back on track. Werewolf Jeebus, what's going on, Werewolf Jeebus? I gave in and bought a Sunman 3-pack. Excellent. I hope you enjoy it. It does. I'm not 100% in on the Sunman, but right now I'm in for a penny, in for a pound on Origins in general. So I figured picking one up wouldn't hurt. That's the way I look at it. Hey Raymond, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Toy Connections, much love to Nolan, who supports so many content creators. Thanks. That's true. Thanks, Nolan. Good to see you, brother. Pickle D, what's going on? James, computer needs more Eternium in order to function properly. I see what you did there, James. I see what you did there. Draconin, hey, Draconin, what's going on? As a collector, I miss my local hobby stores, which were killed by COVID lockdowns. I want them back. That's very sad. That is very, very sad. That really, really sucks. Bethany Beth, hey, what's going on, Bethany? Good to see you. Woodland Goblin, hey, what's going on? Should the Netflix series Master of the Universe Revelations be considered canon? Unfortunately, Woodland, it is considered canon. There's no should or should not. Mattel is the one who produced the series, so it is canon. That's just the way it is. Woodland Goblin. Toy Connections. Well, you guys are saying hi to each other. Mothman 46. Bring back GoBots. Ha ha ha. I think GoBots had its day, Mothman, but a reboot of GoBots might be interesting. I know that they're making some interesting action figures now for Masterpiece. Anyway, you guys are having conversations, which is good. Andrew Davis, how much is the regular version of Mondo He-Man that's coming out, and what does it come with? As far as we know, there is no regular version. A lot of people are hoping that this, along with Battle Cat, the one that they're releasing, is going to be a regular version. But so far, there's no indication of that. So far, what they showcased. If you watch Pixel Dan's video, it's getting colder here, by the way, guys. If you watch Pixel Dan's video, you'll see that they bring out the deluxe version, and that's what they said that will be on sale. So the deluxe version is what is presently on the Mondo site. I'll try to bring it up for you, Andrew, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. People are hoping that there's going to be a regular release. So far, sorry, guys. Again, oh gosh, it's been that kind of day. A lot of people are hoping that it's going to be the regular, the standard edition, but I don't think so. I think it is just the deluxe edition, until somebody tells me otherwise. Draconin, you still got to set limits. Eventually, we all hit that wall. I've gone through 3 big purges in my life as a collector, and I don't want to get rid of any more stuff. There you go, Draconin. Very, very good advice. Which means I need to be a lot more selective than what I buy. Exactly, 100%. Jarhead, good Friday, Saturday, everybody. Thank you, Jarhead. Good Friday to you, too. Saturday, I mean. Yeah, confusing. Woodland Goblin, best Skeletor figure from 1981 till now. Honestly, it's a really tough runner right now. Like this right now is a pretty definitive Skeletor, if I have to say so. The 40th anniversary one that came in the 2-pack for the 40th anniversary SDC exclusive. But I gotta tell you, man, if you're into the movie figures, this one, up until the Masterverse version, which is coming out later this year, this one is just kicking ass right now. The like has been the forefront reader for the movie versions. Despot Skeletor, and of course God Skeletor over here, man, just crazy. And if you're talking He-Man for the movie, again, I'm thinking that they're going to have a huge run for their money with the Masterverse versions. But so far, these two, in terms of like the what is it? That one. In terms of the movie figures, these ones are crazy. Honestly, just nuts. And of course, it depends on what you're hoping to look at, because the Filmation versions from Super 7 for the classics, as well as the Club Grayskull line. Same thing with the classics version. Everybody has their own version of a definitive Skeletor, so it really is hard to say. It's subjective. It really is subjective. Draconin, from now on, I don't buy anything that just catches my eye. It must be something that's 100% must-have item or gets passed on. There you go. Very good policy, my friend. Very, very good policy. Aaron, it's not reflecting on the bottom line. Entertainment and gaming bombed over the last year. Well, that's true, but you know, it's a whole scope for them, right? So it's interesting to see what parts there are, but I don't think it can be denied that a lot of people have been upset in terms of like the adult collector. And I always say it all the time. Their main market is not adult collectors. It's usually just, you know, their regular kids' toy lines. And yeah, gaming might have taken a huge hit too. So there are multiple factors there. But I think that no matter what, their adult collector line, you know, being hiked up so many times doesn't really help them either. Collecting Classic, let's go. Good to see you. What's going on, Ray? Plus, this launch is something else. Absolutely. The Virgil release is actually amazing after doing my research on the chocolate drop. Yeah, you know, we talked about that earlier, Ray. My only problem is it something that I really need, and the answer is going to be no. But if people are into it and people really want to collect it, you know, in honor of Virgil, you know, good for them, right? And I know you've gone in on them, so I hope you enjoy them. Ash Zombie, what's going on, Ash Zombie? All I want is early Motu. There you go, brother. God Ravage, Jay, you're back. I never left, brother. I'm always here. I'm always here. I try to be on time, but I'm usually late. That's my problem too. Primate 76. Mondo Battlecat versus Eternia play set 500 US versus 950 euros. I'm still fighting with myself. I know, brother. It's tough, especially in your situation where, you know, shipping concerns and all that. It's crazy. I hope you get everything you want, though. Primate 7, even 6. Woodland Globin, I don't think Master Universe Revelation should be considered canon. Even though that's what you think, unfortunately, it's not for any of us to decide outside of Mattel. And Mattel produced the Revelations and is going to be producing Revolutions. And that is what it is. And you know what? I really enjoyed Revelations. So again, some people are not going to enjoy it. Some people are going to enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. And if everyone took the time to actually watch it, you need to give it a chance at the very least. So Woodland Goblin, I hope that that makes sense. Ash Zombie, Revelation, not my Orko. Are you kidding? Orko was amazing in that series. Holy shit, Orko was incredible. So I don't know what your problem is with Orko, Ash Zombie, but in Revelations, he was absolutely incredible. Orko was absolutely, positively in freaking incredible. Holy shit! Now, his name kind of idea. I know maybe that's what you're talking about, but he was incredible. Orko was my absolute favorite character in that series. Collecting Cool. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Collecting Cool. Woodland Goblin. Exactly. Adam looked too skinny and boyish. Again, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not going to say either which way. If you didn't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it. If you did, you did. I enjoyed it very much. Renegade. Hey there. Hey, what's going on, Renegade Biker? Good to see you. Draconin. Hasbro's greed is coming back to bite them. It is tough. It can be. Thanks for having us, Jay. No, thank you guys for coming. That's what's really important. The fact that I can share some time with you guys. Orlando's here. Good to see you, Orlando. Bob Squad. Hey, what's going on, Bob Squad? Good to see you. Aaron Hardy. Consumer goods, action figures, accessories are down 10%. Part would be price increases, and I assume the supply chain issues. I think that really has hurt a lot of people. But Lau's review files, he said it very very clearly in the letter written by the CEO. He did say that more effort has to be made to actually push these brands and awareness of these brands. So in a sense, it's a communication with the consumer. I think that's something they really need to work on. Draconin, the critics are lambasting Black Adam, but it looks like audience reaction has been the exact opposite. I enjoyed it. Like, is it the best story in the world? No. Is it a fun popcorn movie? Absolutely. I really enjoyed myself tonight. Jonathan Cho, hey, Jonathan Cho, what's going on? I don't think it's about what collectors want. I think the hype is just not there anymore. And once these companies realize the demand is dwindling, yeah, but brother, you say that, but it's always about what collectors want. I mean, if we didn't want this stuff, we wouldn't be buying it, right? Does that logic make sense, Jonathan Cho? You know what I mean? If no matter what, you can make 100 different Bratz figures. But if I don't want Bratz, if I don't want to collect Bratz, if it's not something that I enjoy and I want, then I'm not going to collect it, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Right? Master Universe is something I want, right? And they're like Mattel's making good on that promise, right? Whereas I don't need another 10 Han Solos. I don't need another repaint or re-release of the Endor set. I got that last year, like 2 years ago. Why are they re-releasing it on classic cards? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so it most definitely, at least in some part, has something to do with what collectors want. Aaron Hardy, Naboo is not human. I hear what you're saying. Obviously, I mean, I get that, but he has a human host, right, Aaron? That's what I'm saying. And the one who was speaking, and let's be honest, very strange, right? Very strange. Naboo wasn't even in this movie. Like, let's be perfectly honest. Naboo was not in this movie. Seriously, I think I can clearly say that without spoiling anything for most people. Naboo was not in this movie, right? He wasn't. He really wasn't. Collecting classics. Spoiler alert. I know, right? Exactly. Knights of Old. Hey, Jay, I'm still waiting for a modern line to grab me. It's been a vintage for me for the first wave of McFarlane and toys in the 90s. There you go, brother. Some people only collect vintage. So, there's nothing wrong with that either. Draconin. Maybe a lot of new collectors that jumped in on during the pandemic are falling away as the expense amounts. This is possibly true. It does happen. Like a lot of people, a lot of new collectors during the pandemic were collecting because they saw all these really cool things that from their youth, and now there might be a drop off. It happens all the time. Old IT guy, I don't think you have. I don't think you have enough Castle Grayskulls, Jay. No, not anymore. No, but most of them have already gone to some friends and to other collectors, so you don't have to worry about that, old IT guy. Raymond, Morbin equals Morbius bomb. Oh, is that what that means? Morbin? Okay, whatever. But that's not even like isn't Morbius Marvel? Like I Morbius isn't DC, right? Morbius is Marvel, right? I don't know. You guys are confusing me. I really don't understand how those equate. Renegade Biker 24. I called Hasbro Pulse yesterday and explained some things when it comes to Haslab Engine of Vengeance, and when it comes to putting in the horse rider and the motorcycle rider. Oh, interesting. What did they say to you, Renegade Biker? Aaron, sorry, Black Adam. About the Black Adam comments, I need to remember that you don't see them right away. Oh, there you go, brother. But I am catching up, so it's all good. Renegade Biker. Goblin Queen has nothing to do with the Ghost Rider series. Yes, we know that. But apparently, they put her in for other reasons. Yeah. Draconin, 2 cents for Castle Grayskull. Yeah. Again, super lucky. Draconin, here's a spoiler. Black Adam is bald, but his power isn't tied to his hair. Good one, Draconin. Safe. Very safe. El Rey Cerdo. Hey, what's going on, El Rey Cerdo? Good to see you, my friend. Eric Mendez. What's going on, Eric? Hey, Jay, what's your number one toy line? Master Universe. It always has been. It always will be. Master Universe is my all-time favorite action figure toy line. Seriously, Thundercats comes a very close second though. Aaron, be nice to know, but I'm thinking that 2 cents is an inventory purge code. They might have lost track of them. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's actually what it is. But they were there. They scanned in properly. I got to the cash register. They scanned in. I got to the door and I was turned back, but they let me go. So there again, I just got super lucky. I'm not going to lie about that. It was a complete fluke. Dr. No Good. Dr. No Good. Good name, brother. Good name. What crowdsource projects do you want to see? Me? Truthfully, they come as they are, right? Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I would rather see big, huge projects which are hard to come by. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see a Cat's Lair. You know what I mean? I would love to see a Cat's Lair, right? I would love to see usually just play sets in general, because we just don't get play sets, right? But yeah, I would love to see a Cat's Lair. I would love to see a Mirage from Silverhawks, right? I would love to see what's it called? I think the USS Flag is going to have to be a crowdsourced project. I don't think there's anywhere around it. We already got Blitzway Voltron, so I'm happy with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with Blitzway. But yeah, I would love to see projects which are very difficult to make. I think on that level. But yeah, that's where I would like to see them, Dr. Good. Bethany Beth, 6120 in Walmart online for at the moment for Castle Grayskull. Yes, they have gone on sale, and the sale the most recent sale that happened here was $30. So I was expecting to get it at $30, and to my shock and surprise, I found them at 2 cents. Aaron Hardy, with the new 52 and the Flashpoint that wasn't connected, it's hard to keep track of the JSA stories that had him in them and a certain attitude. It's true, but at the same time, all DC characters have been rebooted at one time or another, so it's very hard to keep track of everybody. I mean, everybody's origin stories have been rebooted as well, which is why what I think of as Black Adam's origin story might not be the same thing as some other people's ideas of where Black Adam actually came from. Kevin Herbert, I just got in now. What did I miss? Not much, Kevin. We're just going through a few things. Draconin, good to see you, brother. Draconin, the critics always hate superhero movies. Don't listen to them, but the audience reaction to Black Adam has been great. Absolutely. Moses Cortez, hey Moses, what's going on, my friend? I need that Battle Cats. Will you be able to pick up He-Man also? Yes, He-Man will once again be on sale as well. It's going to be a very expensive week that week. Renegade Biker, I also talked to Hasbro Pulse about the bad decision as well, and to stop production in China. I hope you got that through to somebody, because usually the decision makers aren't on the phone. ZCD99. I got Black Adam for about 2 hours ago when it went in with no. I got back from that Black Adam. 2 hours went in with no expectations. Had a great time, mainly because I was with the boys. I'm hoping not to. I'm also not huge into superhero stuff, so keep that in mind. But still, being that the case, you still had a fun time, right? It was a wonderful, fun popcorn movie. I really enjoyed it as a popcorn movie. Killing Dread. So, do you think there will be a fourth bonus that's not the King Grayskull to get us past Keklar, or will we finish the campaign not even getting a third because there's only been 115 backers in 2 days? See, Helium Dread, this is funny. A lot of people have been saying before, like the weekend before, and literally the weekend before, people were saying that we weren't going to hit 5,000. You know what I mean? That it was going to take the entire campaign to get to the 5,000, that we were just barely breaking, and that Modi the Boat Monster was impossible. We would never get him. But 3 days later, holy crap! And it's my feeling that at the end of the campaign, we will definitely get to Keklar, 100%. I don't think it's not. I have no. I actually am very confident that we will get Keklar. Whether it's in the next 2 weeks or at the very third week, I think we're still going to get Keklar. That's my opinion. I don't know. I might be wrong. We shall see. But judging by what happened this past week, yeah, I think Keklar is well within reach. Because think about it, Bodhi the Boat Monster was 3,000. Keklar is only 2,000. It's possible. Texas Sci-Fi. Do you collect Master of the Universe WWE, and which ones do you think are awesome? I haven't collected WWE in years, and the ones that I do collect, if I do, is going to be the classic ones. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper, Sergeant Slaughter, which still hasn't come out. Only came out as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which pisses me off. And Elizabeth, Randy Macho Man Savage, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, George the Animal Steel. Those are the era which I grew up for WWE. Obviously The Rock, Triple H, all those guys, the Attitude Era. It is what it is, right? I was not part of that. Trish Stratus and all those guys, those kinds of guys. That's not as much of my wheelhouse as it was before, but I can appreciate them. I really can. So I do cover them whenever I do my hunts, but not as prevalently as other channels. So thank you for that question, Texas Sci-Fi. Modi, hey, a celebrity has entered the building. Good to see you, Modi. What's going on? How are you doing tonight? Hey, gang, this is the real Modi. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Go check out Modi, man. You gotta go check out Modi's channel, 100%. Good to see you, my friend. Master Versal, Toy Hunter. I attempted to raise some quick funds for Eternia, but sadly, the items I put out there did not sell. And other than those, yes, there will be no way I will be able to raise 1,400 New Zealand dollars in less than 2 weeks. Wow, my friend. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Have you tried the payment plan? Because it seems to be working for multiple people. It's not necessarily to PayPal. Like, for instance, here in Canada, we have oh god, I can't remember. Kermit? No, it's it starts with a K, and the payment plan is there available for you. Check because in Europe, I know that they do have the PayPal option. You should definitely check out if there's a PayPal option, a payment plan option through PayPal or other means, which you can try out. Master Versal Toy Hunter. I wish you the best of luck. But I guess we can be thankful for what we can collect, which is better than nothing, I guess. At the end of the day, it's if it's not within your means, it's not within your means, Master Versal. So best of luck to you. Best of luck to you too, my friend. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know how to pronounce your name. But number 3, I guess if you're talking about the third tier, yes, we are. I hope we get to I hope there will be a third tier. I really do. Master Versal. And besides, I have my Loyal Subjects Eternia scaled playset I'm building at the moment. So that's something I can admire when it's finished. Excellent, my friend. I hope you should share it with everybody. Sean Harrell. Hey, Sean, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Modi. Hey, gang. This is the real Modi. We already said hi to you, Modi. Good to see you. Ukininman. I hope I'm saying that right, my friend. I apologize if I'm not. Hey, Jay, did you back that Galactus? No, I totally missed out. You know what really sucks? I missed out on the Sentinel. I missed out on the Galactus. I am an idiot because I really am regretting not backing those 2 projects, really. So congratulations to everybody who did. Those are some awesome projects for sure. All right, guys, I gotta have to start skipping now because the chat's getting away from me. Um, Break something. That's hilarious to consider the canon question when you point out Revelations and Revelations are extra canon considering that Mattel themselves produced it. I didn't say they were extra canon; they are canon. Mattel producing them means that they are canon. That's not, there's no hilarity there. And what's his name? Kevin Smith himself said they picked up right after where the Filmation series left off. So that is canon, like the mini comics and classics. See, there's the thing. Mattel chose to switch direction, right, for canon. So at the end of the day, they're all versions of them are canon, right? There's a mini comic canon, right? There's a what's it called? There's a Filmation canon, and now there's the Revelations canon, which apparently is a continuation of the Filmation canon. So no matter what, canonically they are all versions of some canon. So there you go. And when you think about it, if you continue to read the mini comics, they changed direction multiple times. Like Adam was reintroduced into the mini comics. So you know at this point, if you want to bring them all together, you're gonna have to Legend of Zelda type, multiverse, kind of like doing its own thing. It's just kind of weird. Aaron Hardy, hard for Hasbro. The only one making what I want. My Transformers are from Takara. There you go, my friend. You have to pick and choose, though. At this point, I think that's very, very important. All right, let's. Sorry, guys, I do have to start skipping. Start skipping for sure. Pedro Lopez, hey Pedro, what's going on? I really like Black Adam. I relate to how I felt after seeing Batman Returns back in '92. A lot of fun comic book action, silly and interesting characters, and filled with dark humor. There you go. Good to, thank you for that, Pedro. Right, Ken 33. Good to see you, right. But boy, hi, hello, Pade. Good. Hello, guys. We're in the mall picking up Wave 10 of Moto Origins. Yes, congratulations, Pade. I'm glad you're grabbing those. Bomb Squad. Pardon me, but there was two scan at Walmart and Grayscale for the cashier or self checkout. It was self checkout. After they would not let they're not going to let you walk out the door if you go to the cashier. There's no way. So I definitely went to. I knew that going in. I took a chance at the self checkout and it let me buy it. So yeah, guys, if you ever find a super clearance deal, don't go to the cashier. They will probably stop you right there. Master Versal, yeah, but I was assembling for new 22 Grayscale playset for new for 22 Grayscale playset at the same time that video dropped. Oh man, I'm sorry, brother. Again, I got super lucky. That's basically what happened. Jarhead finally found Masterverse Hordak and She-Ra. Excellent. I'm still looking. I'm still hoping. Kirk HD, big risk, big reward. That's the Mattel strategy for Eternia. That's why they beat Hasbro to the market. I'm not really 100% sure what you mean by that, Kirk. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I don't know if that was the actual strategy. I think that they really. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my nose is stuffed today. I think that. Oh, geez. I think that they really are celebrating the 40th anniversary of He-Man and Master Universe. And I think that the Eternia playset really is that holy grail, which a lot of people were hoping to get. And it really is obvious now that there are a lot of people who would rather pay $550 rather than $3,000 for a incomplete version of Eternia. That seems to be the case. So I don't know if it was a gamble, but I think it was a calculated risk. I think it was a calculated risk, or Kirk HD. You could argue that's the same thing, but I truly believe that they knew what they were doing going in. Chris Allen, hey, what's going on, Chris? Good to see you. Moses Cortez, the Thunder Attack and Battle Cat, my wall's gonna hurt. It already hurts, brother. It already hurts. It hurts to sit down right now. Drew Chase, good to see you, brother. Wasn't a fan of Black Adam. Outdated comic book movie storytelling. However, I'm glad that people are liking it. DC needs a win. Well, Drew, again, it's not for everybody. And as I said, depending on how many storylines you know and the characters you know from either comic books or other popular media, everybody in Black Adam had an interesting take. I'll put it that way. Ricardo De Filippi, good to see you, Ricardo. Hey guys, I just bought the Castle Grayskull Origins Amazon for $65. I'm from Ecuador. Good to see you, Ricardo. Thanks for that. That is a great price. They retail here for $99. So what happened today for me was an absolute fluke. So don't like that. That just has to be taken into consideration. ZCD99. Honestly, as long as we get 9,000 before the last 2 days, I think we're safe. I'm sure we will have another huge boost. Yes, ZCD, you're absolutely right. At the end, I'm pretty sure that a couple of it's even possible to get 1,000 people at the end. So I don't think we're in any trouble. Truthfully. Um, K Dog, what's going on, brother? Mr. Paul, wonderful Orndorff. Yes, Mr. Paul Orndorff. Yes, wonderful, absolutely. Gosh, damn it. Drop plan. I just want anime. You know what, brother? I wish I could do more anime reviews. Unfortunately, it's just what it is. Yes, Klarna. Thank you, Aaron. That's the multi processor. Yes, thank you. Project Cambrian. I'm making my own Castle Grayskull in front. Dude, I wish I had that talent. I need a Castle Grayskull in my life. A 7-inch scale Castle Grayskull, because I don't have the classics Grayskull. I really need one. Dude, if yours looks good and you can make second molds, let me know. I'll freaking buy one off you. Let's see here. Who haven't I said? Duab. Hey, hola, Jay. Hola, Duab. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you, my friend. Okay. No, I already read that. Bob Squad. Where does he get the name Moti from? Moti is a fan name. That's where that came from. Moti is something the fans made up. Like basically, it became a huge movement for Moti. It's don't take that as canon. It's not. That's not what happened there. That's not what happened there. Oh my gosh. Draconin. There's got to be like mountains of unsold Star Wars merch going all the way back to the Force Awakens. Crazy. There are. I find them. I keep finding them even at Toys R Us. It's absolutely crazy, Draconin. Brick something. I like in the mini cons. Yes. I think I covered that already. Brick something. Do you think that it's like Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Savage Crucible, etc., are better poised than Marvel and Hasbro to do toys for adults? No attempting to reach kids. These are boutique lines, and the price points reflect that. They're not cheap. You know what I mean? Like Super 7 doing toys as a boutique company is not cheap, right? But large toy companies, where they're able to get the price down to $38, as low as in the States, $26. Obviously, we're more accustomed to $19, but that needs major corporate money in order to get those done. So I always find it interesting. People complain about major corporations, but the pricing structures that they're able to give us, oftentimes is not. And then when it raises only a few dollars more, people are like, "This is criminal." But when you think about it, small boutique companies like Super 7 and of course the Four Horsemen, they have to pay outrageous prices for their production, right? And those costs get trickled down to us. So that's why you're seeing like 40, 50, $60 figures in that line. So what can you do, right? I don't know if they're better suited for that. I think that you really have to be an adult collector in order to actually afford lines like that, right? And then there's the overseas brands like Mayfex and Mezco and all these guys who are charging hundreds of dollars for their action figures, and people are buying them. So it really all depends on what you feel as value. That's really where it equates to. How much value do you equate this product to be worth, and is it worth to you? I think at the end of the day, as adults, we all have to just come to those conclusions. So yeah, I think that's something that we just have to accept as being our choice. We have to choose. We have to make these decisions, and that's where we are at this stage. Let's see here. Who else have I not said hi to? I think I got everybody. I think we're good. Okay, so I can start moving on. Anybody else that I didn't? I'm just looking for anybody I missed, because I tend to miss things. All right, here we go. Cricket Sheet. Don't forget to call your bank so you don't get your order canceled, guys. November 9th, we all get charged. Well, there you go. Exactly. That's definitely very important, guys. Because they're holding on to it, right? So definitely don't let that happen, because I think Kirk's experienced that before. Healy Dread. Next crowdfunding project I'd like to see is Motu Snake Man Lair or Filmation Attack Track. Nice. That would be very, very cool. I hope Attack Track comes to retail. I would not. I would rather not. I would rather not have it come to crowdsourcing. I can give up motorized the motorized feature as long as you can just push it along and the tracks do their own thing. I don't need a motorized attack track because that's just going to be too expensive. That's just ridiculous. Break something. At Masterversal Toys, loved your Grizzlor and Coldar Masterverse custom videos. Gorgeous work. Thanks for the inspiration. Very good. Definitely have to check those one out. 100%. Masterversal. So Jay, do you get your new display cabinets all sorted out and things, and of course get all of your collection sorted out on those? But yes, I hope that project is going well for you. It continues. It's an ongoing process, and I have to get out the next video very soon. Thank you for asking. 1-10. 1-10. Good to see you, brother. Hey Jay, how's your figure? How's your figure coming along? How's my figure coming along? I mean, which one, brother? There's so many. There are so many figures to choose from. There's so many. I'm gonna say that my collecting continues. So thank you, 1-10. God Ravage. That's what I meant by your back. By the way, you're always streaming. I love it. Thank you, God Ravage. Of course, and I really appreciate you coming and joining the streams. Tomato Bomb Sponge. Next crowdfund project, I'd like to see the Castle King Randor with 2 Guardians or Extendar. Yes, we have already seen Extendar, and King Randor has already been approved for sure. But if you're talking about Masterverse, I see what you're saying. So interesting. We might see some of those. Alan, Modi is a total fan-driven name. Mattel officially gives him. Mattel might officially give him that. That would be excellent if they did. That would be awesome. Clayton Classics. Check your phone text, but don't say I didn't say anything. But don't say anything it's big news. All right, let's go ahead and take a look there. Brother. Let's see what you're. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of town. I don't know about that, brother. Are you serious? All right, Ray. I guess we'll find out, right? In the next week at least, we'll find out. All right, Ray. I will challenge you on that. We shall see, and I hope so. I truly, truly hope so. I think that would be awesome. That would definitely, I think, get us over the hump 100%. Thanks, Ray. God Ravage. Orko is my favorite character too in Revelations. He almost made me cry. Dude, I was crying. I was absolutely bawling. I was so upset. You have no idea. Benson 3D. What's going on, Benson? Good to see you. Brick something. Nah, Mythic Legions are 37 when you get them from 4 Horsemen when they first come out. I get that, Brick something, but afterwards the price goes up. And think about it, 37 US. That's not cheap, right? That really isn't not cheap. A lot of people are complaining about $23, $24, right? When you jump to 37, that's not cheap, brother. For many people, many people are crying bloody murder. Mr. Vice 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. I get it. What about the collectors who live overseas? We get screwed with postage. Eternia playset costs $200 to post to Australia. I know, brother. I know. Up here, we're not that. It's not that bad for us, but we're still getting hosed. Pardon me. Up here in Canada, for sure. So I feel your pain. Not that much pain, but I feel your pain, Mr. Vice. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Aaron, Mayfix secondary prices are insane. In demand figures quadruple in price. I know, it's just crazy. I made this. Good to see you. I made this. Jay, can you give Jay Cheel a crazy insane shout out, please? All right, Jay Cheel. Good to see you. How's it going? I don't know who Jay Cheel is, but Jay Cheel. Good to this goes out to you, brother. Courtesy of I made this. There you go. How's that? Does that work for you guys? Does that work for you? I hope that works for you. But Jay Cheel, definitely give I made this a props because he made that happen. Kirk HD, you told the truth, Jay. I did experience it. There you go, brother. I remember you saying it. 1-10 flipper. I know, right? Break something. Yes, it is the end of the season and the beginning. The beginning of the season and the end of the season. This is just something that happens all the time. It sucks. Healing Dread. I meant Filmation version, classic toy version of Attack Track would still come to retail. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. ZCD 99. I've been thinking about the size of the battle ram when compared to the Origin Sky Set, and I think they will make it a Creations exclusive. I would love for the battle ram to come out. I don't know if they'll make it, but honestly, I've been waiting. I love the battle ram. One of my favorite vehicles. Master Versal Toy Hunter. Ooh, I would love to see the Eternos Castle playset one day. Yes, that would be absolutely incredible. Chris Allen, a reissue of Classic Castle and make it part of the Masterverse line. That's what I mean. I'm hoping for a Masterverse Castle Grayskull. That would be insane. ZC99. I hope not, though. Well, I guess we'll find out, brother. Break something. Masterverse will just make one yourself. It'll be better, I'm sure. But it's just so hard. Collecting classics gives me the smiles. All right, brother. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out for sure. Ooh, now I wonder what it could be, dude. Honestly, I'm shocked if that's actually true. Master Versal Toy Hunter. Break something? Yes, I suppose it's true. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. 1 out of 10. Aren't you creating a figure called Flipper? Oh no, I'm Matt Hatter and I are obviously collaborating with something for Flipper. But it's just fun to play it up and just have that kind of fun. Pedro Lopez, 1 out of 10. The figure is called Flip Or. Correct. It is called Flip Or. All right, guys. Man, I'm dying here. I'm seriously dying here. All right, guys. I think we can finally start moving on to to the subject at hand. And just what is it exactly that toy collectors want? Right now, please, guys. On that same token, let me know what is it that you like. People have already been chiming in on what they're interested in. But what else are you guys looking for? Like, what specific toy lines would you like to see going forward from Hasbro, from Mattel, from all the major brands going forward? One thing I'm not sure anybody really asked for, but is a fascinating idea, is the selfie series. Yeah, I have to say, damn it, I don't think anybody really asked for the selfie series, but man, what a concept, what an idea. And it's interesting that that this came out, and they've been pushing this for a while. Like the last Hasbro PulseCon, during the Hasbro PulseCon, they were pushing it like crazy. Now the process itself seems very, very simple, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 step, kind of system. But people have done this and have had mixed results. I wonder if any of you guys out there have actually done the selfie series. Please let us know in the comment section and the chat tonight. I wonder if the selfie series is for everybody. I mean, for me, I think I'd find it a little weird. Getting a face of myself on an action figure. If they do that, I've been saying this from the very beginning. I need Ned Leeds' body. Okay, I just have to be truthful with myself and with everybody out there. I need a Ned Leeds action figure for my head, because I really think that Ned Leeds would definitely be the right body type for me. I think it would work. I think that it's actually, more appropriate. I don't think I could work on a Red Ranger. I don't think I could work on a Spider-Man. I don't think I could work on Captain America or a Stormtrooper. Maybe a Stormtrooper, but it have to be a little bit more heavy set. I don't knowing myself and my own ego, I don't think it would really work well. I think I would definitely work really well on Ned Lee's body. I really think that would happen, and I hope that for me anyway, and I'm just being realistic, right? Obviously, these are fantasy ideas, right? This all resides in the realm of fantasy. So if you've always wanted superhero proportions, and you want a representation of yourself as a superhero, that's beautiful. And you know what? I'm not saying that it shouldn't happen, but I'm wondering if we can be a little bit more realistic. I would love to get a Ned Leeds action figure with my head on it. I think that would be great. Again, that's just me. I'm not talking for everybody else out there, but I'm being at least a little bit realistic. Will I actually get one of these? I'm not sure. But is this something that fans have been asking for? They're not cheap. You know what I mean? These are. I think they're right now going for $60, 60 something like that, 60 like $59 something like that. But after this trial period, I think they're going to shoot up to like $70 or $80, something like that. It's and that's US dollars. So yeah, they're not cheap. You really have to know what you're getting into, and the fact that you really want these, if it's something that's going to interest you, because these things are not cheap. And we do have to ask ourselves: is this something that we actually did ask for? Um, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't think I would actually want an action figure of myself to a certain degree. As I said, and if I did, I really would. And I'm truthful about this. I think a Ned Lee's figure for me would be the body that I really want to be representative of myself. I think that's where I would put my money for that. But anybody getting one of these, I think is great. I think that everyone should have a chance to get one of these, and yeah, I think that's a wonderful dream that anyone should be able to strive for. Um, Master Versal. Yes, Jay. Custom playsets take ages to make. I know it's tough, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. That's why I said, Master Versal. If you're gonna do it, that's freaking amazing. Bomb Squad. While Snake Mountain is looking good, I'm thinking of holding off and crossing my fingers for the Fright Zone. The Fright Zone gives me the warm fuzzies. There you go, brother. And if you already have you can still buy. They're still readily available. If you can piece together a Snake Mountain, or you can buy the original Snake Mountain, it's still out there, right? But the new Snake Mountain looks like it's got a ton of great features, which I'm very excited for. So I hope that we can get them. Pedro Lopez, the titty bots are here. Yeah, I got rid. I've shooed them away. I've shooed them away. Bethany Beth, collecting classics and good job. Absolutely, absolutely. God Ravage. I think the last tier for Eternia will be Goblin Queen with the underboob. Well, collecting classics has some inside dope on that. You should talk to him. Haley Dread, Bob Squad. Eternia was more rared and made it. I think Fright Zone is a lock. Yes, I'm hoping that that's true too. I hope we get the Fright Zone for sure. Chris Allen. I was thinking that about selfie series, but I think I just didn't like the results. It's hard to say. Some people are getting great results, and some people are really getting results which they're not happy with. So yeah, it's hard. Like I would hate it. No, not hate it, but I would be very disappointed if my head sculpt did not turn out the way I hope. And I can't, I'm gonna have to shave this thing off, which I was gonna do anyway. But I'm gonna have to shave this thing off because it's not gonna work. There are no, Gandalf. There are no Gandalf beards in the selfie series. I know that for a fact. Jarhead wants Brave Star, absolutely, but you might get your wish. Robin Toy is doing something about that. Pedro Lopez, I think I like the selfie series concept. I just hope they or someone else would do this in 6 scale. That's interesting, but I think there's a lot more room for better sculpting. I think you're right, but I think the manufacturing would not be as simple because they're doing these on 3D printers, right? So we have to look at that as part of the barrier to entry. Brick something. Hell yeah, Ned and Jay, you would you have the same? Would you have the same Lola? Well, no, obviously not. I mean, she was a wonderful Lola, but I would definitely not be having the same Lola. That's not my Lola. my Lola's no longer with us, so that's lucky. That's lucky. Bad comment bot. USS Flag. Yes, I know. I think many of us are hoping for something like that. I think that's something of a wonderful dream. Aaron Hardy. That I love that Dan Larson selfie looked like something out of a horror movie. Why would you love that? Did he love it? I think that's the real question. Master Versal, I have something close done in a photo lab booth, but wearing my Admiral Akbar cosplay, so I got 2 of those printed with Admiral Akbar's head off, but they were 300 New Zealand dollars each. Wow. Holy crap, dude! That's dedication. But I'm glad you got what you wanted. I've had something close to yeah. I'm glad you got what you wanted. If did it turn out well? Knights of Old, Jay. I want a Toyland theme park. Well, I mean, yeah, brother, of course. Life-size toys, huge robots, Veritech figures, replica 1980s aisles, scaled up so it feels like I'm a kid, dude. That's something we all want, I think. But unfortunately, the kind of money that would be required to actually get that to be a thing is huge. Happy Butters Blast. I did the selfie series, but yeah, I would need a larger body type. But I can always just say it's me at 20 years old. That was a lot of donuts ago. Yes, this is. You know what? Holy shit! You know that I never thought about that. I never thought about. You know what? Happy Butters Beast Blast. Happy Butters Blast. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that if I ever decided to do the selfie series, then I would definitely imagine, in my own head canon, I would have to definitely think to myself, yeah, this was me when I was 20. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Thank you for that, because that helps me visualize what that is. Bad comment bots. G.I. Joe flag, ASAP has that. It's hard, brother. And what would the price point be? Aaron, I wanted to classify 3.5 inch G.I. Joe playset and a second run of G1 commemorative Transformers. Well, technically they're always releasing G1 figures. Like Hot Rod's about to come out for for a reissue. Although it's got a brand new box style, which is stupid. I don't understand what they think about that, because the reason why people collect retro stuff is for the retro feel. So you need the retro box in order to do that. This new box style, I think it's going to sit on the shelf for ages. Crazy. Old IT guy. I tried to check out. I tried to check it. App didn't work in Canada. No, the app is not available in Canada. It really sucks. I don't know when it's going to come to other countries, but so far it's only available in the USA. Primate 776. Well, the action figure line I would like to see anytime soon is Captain Future and Brave Star. Yes, absolutely. Hold on to your horses for Captain Future. I've heard some things happening. Little inklings here and there. So you never know. Captain Future might be in our future. Brave Star, dude, check out Ramen Toy. You might be very surprised and very happily surprised. Break something. I went nuts and got Headhunters customs, so I do a head for my version of a mythic and custom Legions self-series figure. $90, but unpainted. But hey, there'll now be a Pinoy in there'll now be a Pinoy in my mythos. There you go, brother. There you go. Good stuff. Bring something awesome. Pedro Lopez, Jay. When it comes down to the selfie series, we are the exact opposite. I put my head on a Dwayne Johnson Rock action figure. There you go, brother. I mean, it's all up to you. You can do whatever you want. It's again, these are figures which are supposed to make you happy. Big Mac, what's going on, Big Mac? What do you think about the Hasbro earnings call? Do you think they'll lower the prices and get back to selling more? Unfortunately, that doesn't usually work the way that's not usually the way they do it. They're now just talking mostly about getting more advertising out there and reaching the consumer, in specific ways. And of course, they did also, the initial statement was that they want to be able to make more profit on the existing customer base, which is hard, because if they're going to make more profit off of us, that means that they're going to have to raise prices. So Big Mac, I'm not sure if they're going to do that. I think what they really need to do, if going forward, is to make the things that we want, which is why I'm talking about this. If they make the things we want, then that's it's not really going to be much of a problem, at least in my opinion. Hilly Dread. Selfie series reminds you of when you could upload a picture of your face onto Tony Hawk and create. Yes, exactly. But this is more physical. You can actually own this, right? You can actually put this on your shelf, and that for collectors is something very, very cool. Chris Allen, a great Haslab would be upscaled version of G1 Metroplex, a definitive version. Yes, 100%. Because the Metroplex they got in the stores right now, not my Metroplex. Master Vessel. Yes, there are no nice sized figurines, but yeah. Just too pricey. Otherwise, I would get more done wearing my other cosplay. There you go, brother. Break something. Sadly, I no longer have Lolas or Lolos either. I'm sorry. They have gone on to better place spotting for nearly 10 years now. So I was thrilled to see Ned's Lola attack Spider-Man within the walls, within the walis. Yeah. I was surprised she didn't use the chinelas. You know what I mean? Saan ang sintron? You know what I mean? Where was the well? Actually, she was wearing a what is yeah exactly. So walang ng citron, right? Lahat ng like pero merong ng chinelas, di ba? So she could have tossed it at him or something. That would have been hilarious. It was a special MCU moment for me. I think it was a special MCU moment for all Pinoy, all over the world. I think it was very, 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 very cool. I think it was a very cool moment. And when she spoke Tagalog in walang dialect either. She was like, was pretty much straight Tagalog. So yeah, it was very interesting. It wasn't Bisayan, it wasn't Ilocano. It was just straight Tagalog. So that was very, very cool. Break something. Sadly, I no longer. Oh yeah, sorry. Knights of Old, Galaxy Rangers. Yes, Galaxy Rangers would be a very, very cool line. Iodine 74. No Hasbro, but I want a 1/18th or 1/24 scale transforming Robotech Valkyrie. There you go, brother. Holy crap, that would be very, very cool. But they exist. They exist. You can import them from Big Bad Toy Store. Big Bad Toy Store has a whole bunch of Valkyries. They have a whole bunch of Valkyries you can pick up right now. You should definitely check those out. Bad comment bot. Star Wars Y Wing. Ooh, that would be interesting, brother. Yes, yes, yes. D Dixon, what would you or anyone in the chat think of Jabba's sail barge re-release? Why am I getting so? Like, you know what? Something's up here. You know what? I think it's this. I think it's yeah. Unfortunately, oops, sorry, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. And I am actually going to move back to here. Yep, that was right. B Dixon, what would you or anyone in the chat think of a Jabba sail barge re-release? Dude, that should happen. That should definitely happen. All these people who say, "Oh no, it was one Haslab. They should never re-release it." No, they should re-release it. They should totally re-release it. Change it a bit. Change the box art. Change something so it's unique. You know what I mean? But definitely re-release that thing. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with them making another Unicron. Just change the colors a bit. Like color them slightly differently, right? Make it so that there was a unique version to this, so that collectors who collected for value are like, oh, this is going to go down in value. Do something different. But yes, I'm definitely on board with a version of Jabba's sail barge, 100%. Collecting classics, Grace Color Bust, Flipper Frank. Right? Master Wrestle Mask and the ultimate scaled figures would be amazing. But you could only get the figures then. We're already having a real hard trouble with 6-inch scale vehicles, right? I'm not sure any toy company would take that on for that scale. I think it would be very, very expensive. Although people will argue with me, of course, because Mattel's just released a 7-inch scale Batmobile, things like that. Yeah, it's hard to say. It really is. Jarhead, Hasbro's going to have some layoffs. Yes, I know. It sure does seem to be that way. Whenever they dip in profits, something tragic happens. It's terrible. Eric Sanchez, hey Eric, what's going on, my friend? Jay, do you think Mondo Battlecat will go to Sideshow or Big Bad Toy Store to order? I imagine it might go to Sideshow. I believe that they do have that. Big Bad Toy Store. Sometimes it depends. I'm not sure. And sometimes what Big Bad Toy Store will do is they'll order a bunch of them so that they can sell them themselves. So yes, actually, I do believe there's a very good chance that that'll happen. If it actually happens, we'll have to see. Jarhead, what company would you like to do to bring back Dino Riders? I don't think Dino Riders is coming back, bro. If Mattel still has Jurassic Park and it's a huge money maker for them, Dino Riders is not coming back. Not in any official capacity, anyway. That's unfortunately the reality. Chris, how about a G.I. Joe Terradrome? Dude, we need that. We absolutely need a Terradrome. 100%, absolutely. But it's still going to be one 3 3/4 scale. O-ring. Iodine 74. Those Valkyries aren't that scale, though. With a figure pilot, I don't think. I know what you're saying, brother. It's hard, but there are options out there. So best of luck to you. Break something. Prime 76. That nice. I haven't heard anyone name check Captain Future for a long time. He had such great armor. I love a 1/10 scale of him. Brave Star, Starzinger, Captain Power, Micronauts, and Thundar. Starzinger is getting a line of action figures and vehicles from Action Toys. Break something. Check. I gotta bring it up. I gotta bring it up. So if you go to, I don't know if people know this, so I guess I'll bring it up. So if you go to bigbadtoystore.com, type in Starzinger. Yeah, Sayuki, Journey to the West. They are actually picking up Jan Kugo with action figure. So the action figure, where is he? There he is. So he comes with a cockpit version, which is really small, and an action figure. So yeah, they've just released them, $179.99 each. So yeah, it's not cheap, but but they are coming out. They do have Don Haka as well. Basically, all the 3-star Vengers. Wonderful accessories, wonderful sets. So yeah, if you're definitely looking for these are some amazing new figures that are coming out, and I believe they're diecast. So yeah, right here, diecast, right? And then of course they have Sa Jogo. So this is an awesome set. Not cheap though. $180 each. These things are not cheap, but they have so many wonderful gimmicks, and they really do. I hope they bring out the Princess Kaguya, because that would be sick. But that thing must be that thing would be huge. So yeah, the Starcopter is 8.27 inches long. Sao Jogo is 4.92 inches tall. So yeah, just shy of 5 inches. Very cool set. So yeah, if anybody's interested, this is very cool. So yeah, Sayuki Sci-Fi West Saga, Sci-Fi West Saga. Sayuki is there are 3 figures coming from Action Toys. These look very cool, and if I have some extra cash when they finally get released, the second quarter of 2023, I would definitely love to get a set of these. So yeah, guys, definitely check out Big Bad Toy Store for these. $179 each. Very cool figures. Break something. Chris Allen, that was one of the best bases up there with the Death Star, 100%. Okay, the CIA. I'm not going to say the middle one. Star Wars is oversaturated. This is a risk for G.I. Joe 2. Hasbro is thirsty. They need to slow down. I can't deny that. That is very true. Break something. Chris, break something. I really loved it as a kid. Absolutely. Hidden Dread. I hope Mattel warns us about the release of the Cobra Khan, like they did with Grizzlor, and it doesn't shadow drop him. I hope so too, but they never do a shadow drop. It's just that what tends to happen is they'll like announce it, and then it'll come a few weeks later, which would be just terrible. I-974. Creative Beast Studios is doing something like kind of like Dire Runners. Yes, they look amazing too. I did cover that. I can't remember the Beast of the Mesozoic Era. I believe somebody mentioned that earlier. So yeah, I-974, 100%. The Beast of the Mesozoic Era. Big Mac. By the way, hope you're doing okay, bro. Coughing a bit again. It's my allergies. That's just what it is. You can hear the stuff nose. You can hear everything. Yeah, but thank you. Break something. Star Zinger. Yes, they are coming. Yes, these are freaking awesome. Break something. Just beautiful. Pero mahal, pare. Mahal na mahal na mahal. Chris Allen. On a completely separate note, is anyone else still waiting on that Mezco 112 scale 1989 Batman figure to release? Been almost 3 years now. That would be awesome. I don't know. Is anybody thinking about CIA? Wait a bit. Learn to use Mandrake. Learn to use Mandrake. BBT is ridiculous for this stuff. I hear you, but Mandrake is up and down as well, brother. It's always a hit and miss, so it's tough. I mean, like, you if you want to guarantee yourself a good set of figures, it takes longer, but sometimes BBTS is your the best way. Jarhead, I know Dino Riders won't come back, but if they did, what company should do it? It should be Mattel. Like, honestly, they they own Tyco now, and yeah, Mattel should do it. I mean, think about it. Jurassic Park, with they already have all the molds for crying out loud. Might as well just use those molds, slap on an electronic pack on the head and on the back, and you're good to go. Obviously, change them up a little bit, but they have the experience. They have they had the license, so why not? Pedro Lopez, Chris Allen. Personally, I'm waiting for the Hot Toys '89 Batman reissue. You guys are spending some money. Not that I'm not, but I'm just saying, wow. Master Versal Toy, but I would love that Batmobile. I would love that. Master Versal Toy Hunter. Yeah, the hay fever hits me a bit too, Jay, but I hope that it clears up for you too. So do I, brother. I'm gonna go take some Eris before I go to bed. Chris Allen, Pedro Lopez. That would be fantastic. I hope it happens. I think a lot of us are hoping it happens. Happy Butter Blast. I want to see mass toys at a 3.75 inch scale, and just to Haslab entire line, giving them a robot mech suits and evolve the franchise to mesh with Transformers movies, Universal someday. That would be awesome. Butters Blast. And just if you haven't heard, just so that we look at this a little bit closer. If you go to facebook.com/ramen toy, they actually are advertising their mask prototype, their new mask line. Sorry, their new Machina line, which is an homage to Mask. And if we take a look at ramentoy.com, you can already see the very first versions of the actual toy line. This is the Gullwing. It's fully transformable into its flight mode, and it does come with a pilot, as you can see here. Wonderful interiors. Full transformation, beautiful stuff. And the helmet of the pilot does come on and off, and they are 3.5 inch or 3 point. Yeah, they're the original scale 3.5 inch figures, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, great stuff, and they have way more articulation than the original figures from way back in the day. So very, very cool. Pedro Lopez, I have that Hot Toys '89 Batmobile. If that's what you're referring to, dude, that thing's incredible. Holy crap, I love that thing. That thing's just amazing. Dr. Nogan, unmade toys like Mask, Shark, various GI Joe figures would be good crowdsource projects. I think so too. Unfortunately, the license holders of those are not really that interested in doing anything like that right now. Master Russell, yeah, I should have said more smaller scale in Mask figures, but anything bigger would not be possible, as you said, Jay. I know, brother. It's really tough. Hey, Rufus Roger, what's going on, brother? What's good, guys? I just woke up and saw my favorite YouTuber on. That means a lot to me, brother. I'm going back to sleep, but have an awesome night. Thank you so much, Rufus Roger. You're awesome, brother. Collecting Classics. Cheers, Rufus. Thanks for coming by and getting some rest, brother. 100%. Chris Allen, that's so awesome. Is Mask figure officially licensed? No, that's why it's called Machina. Okay, this project is called Machina Laboratories. That's a very, very important distinction to make. So there you go, Chris. Master Versal. Oh yes, I forgot about the Ramen Toy project. Yep. Primate 76. Today I will see 3 figures from Motu Wave 10, King Durandor, Whiplash, MC Trapjaw, Mattel Creations Trapjaw. Yes, awesome. That's excellent. Congratulations, Primate 76. Loving it. The CIA. I would still prefer a correctly sized Mask, even though I'm coming to resent the buy the same toy I had for 4 times or 5 times the price. This is correctly sized, though. This is correctly sized. CIA. That's what they're advertising. This is the exact same size as Mask. That's they actually have that on their page. Let me just double check. I'm sorry. Facebook.com/RobToy. We show you what I mean by that. Where is it here? Let's see all the photos. Easier. Uh, there we go. So this is the original. This is the original. Okay, hold on. I'll just zoom that out. So there you go. This is the original on the right, and the Machina version on the left. They are virtually the same size. Maybe a half, maybe a few millimeters difference, right? And this is the two with and without their masks. So there you go. These are the exact scale for these figures going forward. So yeah, it's they can fit inside each other's vehicles 100%. And as you can see, there's more articulation in the Machina versions. They actually have elbow articulation, whereas the mask versions did not have any elbow articulation or waist twist. There's a waist twist in the Machina version, right? This is 5 POA. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 POA, right? So very, very cool stuff here. So yeah, that's very, 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 very cool stuff coming from Ramen Toy. Very, very cool. Pedro. Pedro Lopez. Between me and my brother, we had most of the mass figures and vehicles back in the 80s. My favorite was the Condor motorcycle. Yes. Very, 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 very simple design, but wonderful. Master Versal Toy. Yeah, Jay. Jay, you are just amazing, and I love the passion you bring to Thank you, Master Versal. I appreciate that. Diecast Fly. Hey, what's going on, Diecast Fly? Good to see you, brother. Chris Allen. That's a really nice mass figure. Yes, I'm really looking forward to them. They look absolutely amazing. It's really, really cool. Okay. So, as we're winding down, guys, let's take a look at. So basically, in closing, really, it really does come down to what it is that fans want. I mean, we could talk about this all day. Mattel Creations, is doing some amazing stuff. Now they're doing some artistic versions of their figures, with the Virgil Abloh collection. It's not for everybody, but these artistic versions have time and time again sold out. The Madats the I think it's Madatsky, something like that. Anyway, the artistic versions of their characters seem to continue to sell out. They have the Crystal Skeletor, the Madsky versions of Skeletor, and now with the Virgil Abloh collection, I think it's on track to also do very, very well. And then we do have, of course, dream quote unquote dream projects like the Masterverse, the Mattel Master of the Universe Origins Eternia, which again, a lot of people are just so excited about this. It reached its first stretch goal in the first week, and is now well on its way to reaching its its third unlock, right? And it only needs 1,900 backers left to reach its final unlock. And then there are rumors flying around that there will be a fourth unlock, and I don't know what's going to happen there. But there are a lot of rumors going around, like numerous rumors flying around about that particular unlock. Time will tell if that's true or not. But I discussed it in my live stream the other day, and a lot of people were very, very skeptical as to whether or not that would be the case. But this is another case in which Mattel really did understand and grew. For the 40th anniversary, the whole idea of what fans wanted, and they really did seem to gauge what fans were interested in. Particularly the fact that this is a holy grail for many Motu collectors, and a used example, broken example. If we just go on eBay and take a look at what a broken example, incomplete, is going for, right? If we just do a really quick a search for Eternia. Again, and these are incomplete examples, right? So I think they really did understand, at least in so much that this is something that fans have been clamoring for years, right? For their chance to actually get their own Eternia playset, and because of that, um, it was very important for them to not very important. Sorry, very important is not the word, but they made the right decision. They made the right decision in making this the dream project, their pretty much their only their second Kickstarter, sorry, crowdsource project on Mattel Creations. I might be wrong about that. There might have been another crowdsource project, but in terms of anything else, this is for the adult collectible toys. WWE, as far as I can remember, was the first one, and then this one, and now it's obvious that this is something people wanted. This is something that collectors did, were clamoring for, and look at the results in less than in 1 week. Actually, no, in less than a week. In less than a week. Um, where'd it go? Yeah, in less than a week, it was fully funded, and then 2 days later, they got their first stretch goal. Now, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, but it's slowed down considerably," right? Yes, it has slowed down considerably. But remember, we have 18 days left, and as we know, when something like this has already reached momentum, this will continue to trickle along bit by bit, like little by little. We probably will hit 8,500, closer to the third week. But once that third week hits, things are going to start jumping like crazy. We already know this. And then the final 2 days, that's where everything just goes crazy because people and FOMO and all that kind of stuff saving for the last few days because they can't afford it, right? That's a really big issue as well. So I fully expect that Keklar will be in the bag, and if they happen to announce a fourth tier, or a third tier unlock, that I think would help to really boost the numbers. And who knows, we might actually see well more than what we were expecting. And that is, to me, that's the correct way to run a campaign. Whereas in the opposite spectrum, this one is actually climbing and just doing extremely well at this stage, 162% funded. And on the other side of the spectrum, it really is just a tale of two different campaigns. Um, and this one is the scariest one probably, because after some initial success uh, with the campaign on the onset, they lost their early bird option, which really hurt the campaign, and just continued to lose backers. And unfortunately, it's never gone back. They have not gained significant backers at all, and now they've actually gone sub 5,000. This is just scary to think of. At one point, they were at 6,020 backers, and now they're all the way down to sub 5,000, 4,969 backers and dropping and dropping. Because if we look at, and right now it's 4:07 a.m. Earlier today, it was at 4,978 backers. Right, that was earlier today, 4,978, and in a few hours that we've been streaming, it's dropped all the way down to 4,969 backers. It has been a constant, a constant decline for the Haslab Engine of Vengeance, and there are a lot of contributing factors to this, but I think the one major factor on this that I think everybody is discussing is that really nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for the latest incarnation of Ghost Rider. Whenever somebody hears about Ghost Rider and 50 years of Ghost Rider, they think of Johnny Blaze, right? They think of Johnny Blaze as the very first Ghost Rider, right? This is the image that many people associate with the first Ghost Rider, right? Johnny Blaze, and of course Danny Ketch, right? Right. Danny Ketch is the second Ghost Rider with this very stylized bike, right? So a lot of people equate Ghost Riders to these two iconic, figures in the Ghost Rider lore, right? These two figures have long held, the moniker and the idea of Ghost Rider, and I think that Hasbro really missed the mark on this. You know what I mean? And to a certain degree, um, some people would even argue that the cowboy version of Ghost Rider, right, uh, is also a good candidate for a for a Haslab project. My assertion in many regards is that, and I've said this multiple times throughout the campaign, that the best what I believe that Hasbro should have done, instead of Robbie Reyes, who again, the latest Ghost Rider to hit the scene, but there's just the pedigree is not exactly there. He comes from a long line of Ghost Riders, but I think that the ideal project here, in my opinion, would have been three Ghost Riders. It should have been Danny Ketch. It should have been it should have been Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, and the Cowboy Ghost Rider. I think if you put those three with their bikes, this project at 350 would have gone through the roof. I think it would have been huge, but instead they went with the latest incarnation of Ghost Rider, and it fell flat. And to me again, I reassert my position in saying that it's all about what the fans want, and what do we want. That's really the biggest thing. And it's not like this price tag is unreasonable. If it's something that the fans want, a price tag like this is not something that is out of people's reach. I mean, this is $660, sorry, $550 US, right, for the Masterverse Origins Eternia playset, right? That's no small feat, right? And then you have um, then you have this beast, right? Which is only $50 cheaper, right? The Mondo Battle Cat, right? This beast, right? It literally is like, let's be perfectly honest, it's a cat. It is a freaking full size cat. Well, maybe a small cat, but it is a freaking cat, man. This thing, look at the size. That is a young woman holding this action figure. This thing is gigantic. It's beastly. It's huge, right? And this is something that fans want, right? And that's exactly what you know what I'm saying. If you need to give fans what they want, right? Because fans obviously want Eternia. Fans obviously want, you know, Star Avengers. Fans obviously want, what's it called? Mask, right? They want Brave Star. They want so many things. Dino Riders, and you know what? They want Battle Cat, and they're willing to pay. They are willing to pay the price. $550 for this beast, $1,070 Canadian, and there have been, make no mistake, people have bought this, right? $500 for this beast. You know what I mean? Like $500, right? And look at what you get though, right? And that's people are drooling. People are literally drooling on this. They're salivating for this set. They want this. They want this battle cat, right? Four different heads, including a completely ferile Crenger, Battle Cat's traditional helmet, a stylized Battle Cat helmet, and of course a Snaggletooth Crenger, a baby freaking Crenger, which is the sweetest thing I've ever seen, so adorable, and of course Battle Cat's battle armor. Like $500 for this, and people are literally lining up to pick this up. Right? It's all in what people want. That's very, very important. And unfortunately, people were not asking for for Robbie Reyes. 50 years of Hasla of Ghost Riders, and they picked the most recent one. It didn't seem to capture the imagination of the fan base, right? And you know what? You can just continue to see it by every single Haslab project that's been released. People went crazy for Galactus. People went nuts for Victory Saber. It took a while, but with the proper offerings and the right campaign and properly pivoting when they knew they were in trouble, people backed the Sky Striker, right? The freaking Ghostbusters Plasma Series Spender Program Pack. Holy crap, people went crazy for this. The G.I. Joe Hiss Tank. Oh my god. The Cobra Hiss Tank. People went absolutely bonkers. And then again, had a little rough patch in the middle, but they pivoted right. They brought in the right tiers and people went crazy. And then there were the projects which were very close to not making it. Let's be honest, the very first Haslab project, the Katana, it just barely squeaked by. Let's be perfectly honest with everybody. The Katana just barely made it. Unicron was a failure. Unicron failed. I think people forget that. Unicron did fail. It actually needed an additional 3 months to complete its funding. And boy, did it fund and some, right? It was a problem with miscommunication, in my opinion. Unicron was a big problem with miscommunication. The Sentinel, whew, what a wonderful project that was. Huge. I believe it still holds the record as the most successful Haslab project by numbers for sure. The uh, the Razor Crest blew it out of the water 100%. And then, man, the Rancor. I think people did want to help it, didn't want to back it, but the way they handled that with the tiers, give people what they want. People were asking for some things, for the stretch goals. People were asking for different things. People wanted different things. They wanted Ula. They wanted Hut Slayer Leia. They wanted more. And yeah, it Hasbro just missed the mark. And then there's this is just something people did not want. People did not want Rava's lightsaber. They just It was just not the right time. Not the right time, and the price was just completely prohibitive on this one. This one just made no sense. This one was a complete miss. And it's as I said, it just comes down to what do the people want, right? Give the people what they want, right? Give them Eternias, give them Battle Cats, right? Give us, Sayuki, right? Star Avengers. Give us Mask, right? And give us Ghost Riders. Right? When it really comes down to it, that's what people want, and you need to give the people what they want. Yeah, guys, this is just. It's never really. It's always going to be a subjective thing. It's always going to be at the end of the day up to the consumer, and companies really have to tread this crazy landscape of what people are looking to what people are willing to buy, how much they're willing to pay for it, and whether or not it's actually something that they're willing to accomplish, right? And that's where that sweet spot of figuring out what people want and actually the price that they want to pay for it. At the end of the day, though, you should be listening to your audience. Hasbro, Mattel, NECA, everybody out there. If you guys are listening, which you're not, some free advice. Listen to your audience. Your audience is going to tell you exactly what they want, right? 9 times out of 10, they'll do that. So definitely listen to your audience. That's some free advice from Mega J Retro, even though it's probably not gonna help anybody. But seriously, listen to what people want. That's it. It's as simple as that. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Sometimes you just have to give the people what they want. You have to listen to what the people are asking for, and you'd be surprised just how successful that can be, right? In the case of Mattel, I think they were listening. I think Mattel's been listening very, very intently. These two guys are part of that, right? This entire Origins line, this entire Masterverse line, in a lot of ways is just by listening to the people. And then you know what? There are people who are not going to agree with you, right? There are people who think that Revelations is total garbage, right? There are people who think that the Masterverse is total garbage. But again, that's up for people to decide. But listening carefully and putting things out there that people are wanting. G.I. Joe, I think that they're starting to do things really, really well. I think that people are really getting galvanized with G.I. Joe. Serpentor is just absolutely huge. Um, Star Wars, yeah, man. Maybe one too many repaints. Maybe one too many repaints. Maybe one too many carbonized figures, which I don't think anybody's buying those things. Maybe you know, maybe one too many re-releases, classic cards. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. But at the end of the day, listen to your audience. That's I think a good takeaway that we can have for tonight. Definitely listen to your audience. But yeah, it's we shall see what goes on. As we move forward. But anyway, the toy companies are putting their stake in the ground, and we shall see just which of us are willing to cross that line, or hopefully something will happen soon in the next couple, because the toy prices are not going down, unfortunately. Gas prices not going down, food prices are not going down, and like I said, I continue to say this: these things are luxuries, guys. All these things here behind me, everything that's out there, they're luxuries. At the end of the day, you can't eat them. You can't you can't put them on your back to keep you warm, right? You can't you know well, you could sell them, I suppose, but right now nobody's really buying, right? But you can't do the essentials that of things that you need with toys that you can, right? With the essentials that you need to live. So guys, there's a wonderful hobby, and we should all keep that in perspective. But at the end of the day, the company's just got to give us what we want at the end of the day, and at the price point that we can afford. I think that's really the takeaway that we can learn from, not just tonight, but from the lessons for the entire year that's been happening. TW, good morning. Good morning, TW. Good to see you. Bomb Squad, what's going on, brother? What do I want? Honestly, I like to recapture the old feelings I had as a kid with a bit of rose-colored glasses, like Gorilla Monsoon wore. Brother, unfortunately, you'll never really get that actual feeling, but we can try. We can definitely try. Jarhead, I do like chocolate. So do I, brother. Chris Allen, I have that Crystal Skeletor. Nice. Wow, $8,100 now, dude. You made the investment. What a gamble, brother. That's awesome. What an amazing return on investment. That's awesome, butter. Bad comment bot. Sectars and hand puppets. Yeah, they were fun, weren't they? Break something. Good night, Jay. Great stream. Thanks, everyone. Salamat, Ignat, and Inyong Ignat. Oh yeah. Good night, buddy. Good to see you, man. I hope to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. That guy's fly. It looks like Louis Vuitton colors with those figures, since Virgil was at the head of that fashion line before. Got you. But then wouldn't it make sense to actually have some sort of LV, or maybe his own initials on there? I think that would be interesting. Collecting class, it is. That line is going to be doing really well when it catches on. Okay, there you go. Bad comment bot. Yeah, I know. It is an interesting take. I got to tell you. 1 out of 10. I heard the fourth tier of Mighty Spectre. Funny. Chris Allen. Wow, those prices are insane. Yes, they are just crazy. Collecting classics. Yay, 100 backers since Modi. Yep, it's coming. Hey, what's going on? TF Fan Page 101. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing tonight? Oh gosh, long time, brother. It's been only a week since we saw each other. Bethany Beth, how big will the protective glass case? How big will the protective case be with the Origins Eternia? LOL. I don't know if anybody can actually fit into the case, dude. I'll be pretty honest with you. That comment bot is good. CIA, no hate. I'm glad Eternia funded, but won't a flood of 5K new complete set destroy the market while you're paying top of the market price? No, a lot of people are speculating on that, but it's not true. I mean, we're getting Snake Mountain, right? That's already been people are always saying, "Oh, we'll never get these big play sets in the market again." That's not true. Snake Mountain's on the way. The latest Castle Grayskull, which is motorized, has lights and everything, it's only $100, right? CIA, I don't think we have anything to really worry about that. That's not a concern that I ever have. Uh, these Kickstarter projects, these crowdsource projects are in and of themselves a unique entity. They're not like that's not the way things work. Chris Allen, 550 doesn't sound so bad now. I know, right? Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to CIA collector value is extremely em- ethereal. You know what, brother? I hear you, but it's like anything, right? It's all in what you're willing to do. And again, uh, equating value is just something which has been, it's been since time immemorial. It is what it is. Chris Allen, did it drop? No, it's pretty much where it's always been. Oh, sorry. You're talking about Haslab Engine of Vengeance. Yeah, it dropped a lot. It dropped huge. It's actually really really low now. Bethany Beth. They said that they should add a video showing the car off at New York Comic Con. They should be doing a lot of stuff, but they're not. Bethany. I'll be honest with you. I think they've given up on this project. They're not showing the additional tiers, which is terrible. They should. This is your last 2 weeks. You need to do something crazy right now. You need to actually try something drastic. Release the rest of the tiers. Show us everything, because right now that's your only play left. You don't have you don't have many plays. That's one of them. TF page takes Ghost Rider, takes a toy car charger. We have Haslab Ghost Rider home. I hear you, brother. That is that is absolutely that is absolutely true. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Uh, there will be collector stuff, but the idea of plastic toys for kids is all but dead. Kids will pay top dollar for code skins, but the middle aged people buy toys. I hear what you're saying, CIA, but no, that's not entirely true. Massive toy companies are still massive because of kids. Barbie is still a huge seller. If Mattel only gets rid of everything else and only holds on to Barbie and Hot Wheels, they'll do just fine. Think about that. Think about that. Right? And the same thing with Hasbro. They're all about the kids' brands. Trust me. Trust me. That is their biggest bread and butter. It's not adult collectibles. TW, and I think that I think I need a crowdfunding break. There have been way too many in the last 2 years. I don't disagree with you, my friend. Sasuke Starkiller. I agree. When I think of Ghost Rider, I think of the original. Yes, this is something that I think a lot of people have taken to heart. Brian, TF Petra can Battle Cat come with David K? I know, wrong iteration, but still, oh, that's hilarious, bro. That's funny, my friend. Collecting classics. It's the same price as Eternia. Yikes, $50 cheaper though. $50 cheaper. Um, Diecast Fly. His tag was fully back within hours. Yes, there was such a fever for it. It was not even funny. It was absolutely ridiculous. Uh, Andrew Davis. Haslab would sell more units if the price weren't so astronomical. That is par for the course, my friend. Yes, you're 100% right. Right. I told him I wanted needle nose. Hasbro made needle nose. Sometimes it does work. Ask and you shall receive. Omar V. I backed the Eternia set just by watching this show, dude. There you go. I hope you enjoy it, bro. And Geek Dead Life too, of course. John Brooks. Hey, John. Good to see you, brother. Greetings from the Philippines, brother. Philippine Dubliner saying hi and hope you and your family are well. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well in the Philippines. It still must be hot, or it's the rainy season over there. Take care, brother. It's good to see you. Ingat, Mister Intensity. Good to see you, brother. Give us visionaries with 2022 hologram technology. That would be very, very cool. That lenticular would be ridiculous. Good to see you, my friend. Touching Evil. I bought He-Man deluxe figures from Mondo, but no way I'm going to pay as much as Eternia for just one figure Battle Cat. If it cost $350, I would buy it. Yeah. I understand, brother. There are payment plans, but I know where you're coming from. 100%. Chris Allen, that GI Joe team is great. They're doing some good stuff. Chris Allen, I'll hit that like button. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Brian, it's also kind of tricky for Hasbro sometimes to pick which figures to do. I don't blame them for not already doing a large tidal wave. Yeah, but wasn't tidal wave a tiny little guy? if they were to make him like upscaled, I wonder, wonder how much that would cost. CIA. Joe has a good balance between old design and modern value. They'll screw it up. Oh man, that's you got have some faith, man. Have some faith. Let's hope it. Let's hope for it. Thanks, Galactic Classics. I appreciate that. Diecast Fly. I got the Masterverse Sun Man. He's awesome. Yes, awesome. That's excellent. Jarhead, thumbs up. Absolutely. Brian, they make a handful of mainline figures in a year, excluding exclusives. When there's 1,000 and 1,000 of characters they can pull from in generations. This is true. But I wonder if that's what they're going to do with Legacy. I wonder if that's going to be one of their mainstays going forward. I collect the classics. I want Pig Boy. I want Pig Boy. 100%. I do too. Diecast Fly. I received Classified Tomax and can't today as well. There you go. He's looking good, man. I love those guys. I love those guys. Both of them are good. Chris Allen, Moti. Yes, Moti. Absolutely. 8,000 a very small print run. 8,000 is ridiculous. Yes. But I think we can sort of just estimate that some people bought 2 or 3. So there's definitely going to be more than 8,000. That much is true. Collecting Classics, yes, extremely small, but is it more than vintage? Yes. According to reports, there are only 4,000 vintage that were ever in the wild, and now there's way less than that. Probably only 1,200 maybe that are in any good condition. So crazy. Gwildor, evening everyone. I'm clearly super late. LOL. It's almost here. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So yes, but good to see you, Gwildor. Runners Prime. Hey Jay, just woke up to do some voluntary overtime. Rhode Island Comic Con in 2 weeks for me. Excellent, brother. I hope you have fun. CIA Hasbro is literally failing before our eyes. It does happen. Unfortunately, they're no shortage. They're no strangers to failure. They've had multiple failures. They've had Cookie Monster, which was a failure. They had Unicron, which was another failure, but they bounced back after that. They've had the Reva lightsaber. They've had the Jabba. They've had the Rancor, right? And now it looks like the Engine of Vengeance is going to be another notch on that belt. It sucks, but that appears to be the case. Chris Allen, I wonder if the print run was for Classic Snake Mountain. Likely a lot less than Eternia will end up being. Classic Snake Mountain? No, you know what? Brian doesn't release the numbers, but I think it's well within. It's well under. I think it's well under 8,000. I think that's actually true. I think Chris. I think you're right. If it actually hit 10,000, I'd be surprised. But you never know because they did not. Brian did not release the international numbers. So actually, he didn't release any numbers. So it's hard to narrow that down. Brian, at the toy fair, a little girl was looking for the Hot Wheels Barbie van. Me, a 28-year-old guy, was saying, "Oh, that's a cool car." That's right, brother. That's the way it is. And like I said, if Mattel was to eliminate all their brands except for Barbie and Hot Wheels, they're still $1 billion company. Battlecat Mortgage, yes. CIA, yes, it is. Rodimus Prime, Jay. Next time you go to a toy hunt on one of your Walmarts, head to the collectible section in the media area. If you have those, I challenge you. I have, and there are a few NECA figures there. There's some Funko Pops there. A lot of the McFarlane figures are there, and some DC Direct figures, but really not enough for me to keep going back there. There's not really that much. I've been there before. I've checked out some things from once in a while. Like that's fine. Parents buy toy for children, but if there are any iPads, electronics around, the toys won't be getting played with. That's true and not true. So on my live stream just the other day, Toy Connections Ken did say that his son is old enough to play with iPads, and yes, iPad definitely gets the most playtime. But when Ken says, you know what, you've had too much screen time, let's take this away for a while, his son goes directly for the toys. That's just truth. That's just absolute truth. Master Versal Toy Hunter. I started collecting G.I. Joe Classified thanks to the show. Aw, well, that's, thank you for that praise. But I think you probably would have fallen in love with it too, though. Just saying. Thanks to Matt Hatter also. Between you two, you tempted me too much. That's cool, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for those kind words. Uh, Alt Altrino. No, hold on. Altrine. No. Alti Altiron Altiron Kaiju. Oh, okay. Altiron Kaiju. There you go, brother. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm still trying to figure that out. Master Versal Toy Hunter. Evening, Wildor. Andy's Fakes. Good to see you, brother. Has anyone got dimensions on Modi? It looks smaller than a vintage Motu Meteor. He's not that small. I mean, he's small. He is tiny, but he's not. Oh, Meteor. No, I don't think he's smaller than that. Actually, you know what? Maybe he is. Hold on. You can see him here. He's hung out with the crew before. Where are they? Yeah, here they are. I don't think he's smaller than Meteorbs. I don't think so. Yeah, no, he's definitely bigger than a Meteorb. He's definitely bigger than a Meteorb. I mean, just looking at him here, standing underneath Keklar and King Grayskull, he's definitely bigger than a Meteorb. Like, I'm pretty sure. If you include his tail, for sure, yeah, he's definitely bigger than a Meteorb. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Toy Geek Saurus. Sorry, there's a better look at it. You can look at this at the Mattel Creations website, Andy. Toy Geek Saurus. I would really like the Haslab Ghostbuster Plasma Series 6-inch scale 1 Ecto 1. Yes, that would be nice, but I think that ship has sailed. Unfortunately, I think that's where it is. Collecting classics. Evening Wildor. Absolutely. Altreon Kaiju. All right, I got it. Woohoo! that's always a bonus whenever I actually pronounce some of these handle right. That's awesome. Video gamer Sai. Greetings from Cyprus. Are you going to pre-order Mondo Battle Cat, my friend? And are they going to re-release He-Man again? The answer is yes on both. So yes, they are going to re-release the deluxe He-Man figure. So if you missed it the first time, definitely don't miss out on the second time. CIA Hasbro is just failing on HasLab. That's a symptom of them failing as a company. Prices rise, layoffs, oversaturation, non-plastic packaging. How many mistakes did they make in a row? Unfortunately, quite a few. I think that's actually just a foregone conclusion, unfortunately. Brian, be right back. All right, Brian, I'm going to be signing off, though. So thanks again for dropping by TF fan page. Guys, if you haven't already, definitely head over to TF fan page. Definitely subscribe to his channel. Definitely subscribe to Collecting Classics channel. Check him out on Instagram. You guys will not regret that. I believe Rodimus Prime also 1982 also has a channel. Definitely check him out. Master Versal Toy Hunter, check out his channel. It's actually a lot of fun. He does a lot of custom work and reports on everything Master Universe. So very, very cool to see all these wonderful creators in the chat today. You guys are awesome. I can't remember if Toy Geek Saurus, but might as well shout him out anyway. Yeah, guys, definitely check out all those wonderful creators. You won't regret it. Lots of great stuff. Master Versal. Okay, better go. Getting a bit late here. We'll catch you later, Jay, and all late. We'll catch everyone later. And good journey, everybody. Good journey, Master Versal Toy Hunter. Keep making that great content. Rodimus Prime. I want Hasbro to put out the Kenner Ghostbuster Firehouse. Wow, that would be crazy. I don't think that's in the cards though. Pedro Lopez. So hopefully Haslab will immediately repurpose the R&D that they invested in the muscle car by stripping it down to feature-wise and giving it lower price point, few design tweaks, and include a blade figure. That would be nice. Let's hope for that. Diecast Fly. As you said, his kid second thoughts and toys. First thought is iPad. If he ever tells him to put down the iPad, he won't resort to toys. My 6-year-old is that way. Actually, I think what you're trying to say, Diecast Fly, is if you don't give him the option to put, if you don't say that he should put down the iPad, that he won't go back to the toys, and I can see that, yes. But once the iPad is out of the way, toys are a very good option. So, but like I said, it depends. Again, they age out, but toys still have a place in our society. They really do. TW Mondo He-Man will be realized, but not deluxe. Just the basic He-Man with a few accessories. All right, TW, where are you getting that information from? Because I don't think anyone's actually said that. I haven't heard anything of just a standard He-Man. They just keep like, as far as I know, it's the deluxe He-Man. So if you can show me the article on that to TW, please send it to me. I don't want to be spreading around false information. Send me the article on my IG TW. I really want to find out where everyone's getting this idea that it's only going to be a standard edition and not the deluxe. Because as far as I know, it's the same deluxe because they said it was a second chance. Collecting classics. Hasbro bread and butter has been MTG. Okay, fine. The Magic the Gathering. I get that. They're not struggling at all with some of their teams, but not. I'm not sure. You know what? You say that collecting classics, but I don't think so. I think that Magic the Gathering is one of their most valuable brands. But if you actually look at their entire core business, it's still going to be the kids. It's still going to be the kids' toys. I think that that's really what it is. Their other gaming section has done a lot of other things too, but I think most of their profits still come from toys. I think like they didn't become $1 billion brand just by picking up Magic the Gathering. I don't, that's not how that worked. Again, I think they make a lot of profit, and maybe it's their most profitable sector, but I don't think that contributes to their entire portfolio as a whole. Runmas Prime. I have no channel. Okay, well, I thought you. Sorry, then I was thinking of something else. But there you go. Anything Sphinx. Do you think King Grayskull will come with premium deluxe packaging? I'm not sure. I hope so because that would really make it a big deal. And I hope that Keklar does. And I really do hope they put Modi the Moat Monster on his own backing card. That would be sick. Bomb Squad. Hey, what's going on, brother? Thanks for the stream, Jay. Good night and hanging out. Absolutely. Good night to you, brother. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to start winding down. Sasuke Stalker, have a great night. You too, brother. Private 786, been another Crunchy Nuts stream. Good today. See you. Goodbye. Thank you again, my brother. I really appreciate those Crunchy Nuts. They really brought me back. CIA, Magic is on the books now, but still decline in profits and layout. There you go. Unfortunately, that is the way. Thanks, Jay. Keep growing. Thank you so much, Andy. It's because of you that we got here. Collecting classics, and don't forget Hasbro bought Death Row Records, $4.3 billion, and held it for years, only to sell it back to Snoop for an undisclosed amount, putting them easily in the comfort zone for many, many years. Again, if it's undisclosed, they might have lost. You never know. Things like that tend to happen. And if Snoop bought it, it's hard to believe that he could because $4.3 billion is a huge number. But anyway, I guess unless we actually see some reports, it's hard to tell. Pedro Lopez, Jay, they are not reissuing the deluxe Mondo He-Man. They are, however, releasing a basic. Again, guys, where are you getting this? You need to send me the articles because, as far as I know, like everything they've said so far has always had it just says it's a re-release. They didn't say if it was deluxe or not. So when they say re-release, it's usually because it's deluxe. But anyway, please send me the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. When I watched the Pixel Dad interview, they said in the interview that they were showing the deluxe version. So I'll rewatch it again and I'll make sure. But I was almost certain that it was the deluxe version. But anyway, it's late. I don't really know. I'm tired. Well, I mean, there is that. Andy Sphinx, Pixel Dad has the info on standard edition. It's true. All right, I'll double check. Maybe that's. All right, you guys are all talking about the Pixel Dad interview, so I'll watch it again. Maybe that's what's been going on, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you can actually get it at a lower price point, which is great. Giraffe, good to see you, brother. I'm scared of the G.I. Joe Haslab team. If they drop a dreadnought under the machine or USS flag anytime, my wallet will scream. I know, brother. It's tough. It really is. I mean, look at the situation that Motu fans are in right now. We're screaming as it is. Battle Cat and Mondo Battle Cat and Eternia, just crazy. Within 3 weeks of each other, just crazy. Video game side. I want Haslab to release Dino Riders is my dream. And Fin Fan Foom, of course. I know, brother. That's tough. It does. Fin Fan Foom has a way better chance than Dino Riders, though. Chris Allen. It's in the Pixel Dad interview with Mondo about the Battle Cat reveal. They mentioned that He-Man will get another release just without battle armor and Thunder Punch armor. Okay. I'll rewatch it. Maybe that's what's going on. Altreon Kaiju. Have a good one, everybody. Supervisors around. Absolutely. Have a good night, Altreon. Diecast Fly. The Mondo He-Man second edition without extra accessories. Pick up the okay. Again, it seems like everyone's I watched it sparingly, so I guess I wasn't paying attention. I'll double check. Um, okay, see, you're still. I can see that you have some insights on this, but I'm not really sure. Where you're getting your information. Mr. Intensity, Jay, you take down your toy hunt videos after a few days. Is that I never take down my toy hunt videos. You have to check my all my toy hunt videos are on my second channel now, Mr. Intensity. Go to MJR Collector. That's where all my toy hunt videos are. My toy hunt videos are on MJR Collector. Okay. Here, let me help you out here. Yeah. Mr. Intensity, check out. I just put a link on the chat. That's where you can find all my hunt videos. So I hope if I haven't never taken down any of my hunt videos. So I hope that helps you find all my hunt videos. Pedro Lopez, while they unboxed the deluxe He-Man, they did in fact state. Okay, yeah. Again, I have to double check that video. All right, you guys are having your own conversations right now. Yeah, you guys are all repeating yourselves. Diecast 5. They went in to entice people with Battlecat, but some won't if they didn't pre-order the He-Man, so they offer He-Man in different way. This is true. This is absolutely true. 100%. Jarhead, what's going on with the Tiger Force Outback? In Canada, that's not a problem. We're getting them like crazy. They're starting to actually shelf warm up here. So if you need one, let me know, Jarhead. But from what I understand, a few of them are starting to show up at Targets right now. So definitely keep an eye on your Targets as much as you can. All right, guys. Once again, I think what we can take from tonight is that toy companies really need to listen to the fans and just give us what we want. What is it as toy collectors that we actually want in our collections? I think that's going to be a huge thing going forward. And as long as the toy companies start, to remember that we are the consumer, and you know what? Yeah, they make some great decisions sometimes, but sometimes they can make some really, really big mishaps, really big missteps. And it's in between that little space, that tiny little sweet spot, where we as consumers decide to actually do the buying. So I want to thank everybody here for joining me tonight. It's been awesome. Of course, guys, being able to spend some time with you is the highlight of my weekend. It really does, make me. Sorry, I really do appreciate this time you guys are giving to me to spend until 4 o'clock in the morning, almost 5 o'clock in the morning, talking about toys and discussing, all this hobby that we love so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Once again, I want to thank every one of my patrons who helped make this this channel what it is. Princess Cagley, Old IT Guy, Rabbi Ken 33, Christopher Herndon, Palpatine 1975, Joseph Michaels, The Gamer Bud, Tom M, Snell World, Hugo Baudry, Maniac Plastic Toy Shop, John Joker, Soldier 11M, Nolan, Rufus Roger, and of course mftoys.ca. For everybody who's a channel member and of course a Patreon supporter, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all your support. It is because of you guys that this channel continues to grow, and I really do appreciate it. Guys, thank you again for liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I post up to 2 episodes a week, and I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. If you guys do have the means and are interested in helping support the channel, please consider becoming a channel member on the channel, or, of course, help support the channel through Patreon. Every little bit counts, guys. And I know, again, it's only if you have the means, because it's not necessary. I do this for the love of making videos and reporting on toys. You guys are the best. Thank you again. The biggest thing you can do for me, of course, is liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. That, of course, is the biggest thing by far. Guys, I hope you guys are doing well and have a great weekend. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Sorry, Halloween is just around the corner, guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. So many different things are happening in the toy industry. Of course, Eternia is already fully backed. What's going on with the Haslab project? I just don't know anymore. I think they've given up. Mondo Battlecat is on the horizon. Dear God, just crazy the amount of money that's being spent. So many different toy lines being announced all over the place. And guys, it's just gonna get better. But the toy prices just keep rising. A lot of people are becoming very very picky and deciding what to buy. And you know what? This is something we have to do. And of course, as always, we can speak with our wallets, guys. If it's something that you really feel strongly about that it's not for you, don't buy it. But if it's something that you love and you absolutely have to support it because you absolutely want it and love it dearly, then by all means, back it, buy it, love it. Guys, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Last comments before we log off. Pedro Lopez, thanks for the stream, Jay. Feel better, man. Good journey. I'm already starting to feel better right now. It's kind of funny that way. Good to see you, my friend. Good journey. Project Cambrian just posted a pic of the Castle Grayskull I'm making in comment section on your September 7th Facebook post. Thank you, Project Cambrian. I really appreciate that. You can also send it to my Instagram on a PM. It's just instagram.com/slash megajretro. So yeah, definitely send me that pic. I would love to see it. Gwildor, good night, everyone. Good journey. Good journey, Gwildor. And good night to you, my friend. Chris Allen, awesome stream, Jay, like always. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Gwildor. Jarhead, thanks, Jay. Good to see you, brother. Giraffe, thanks for the stream. You too, my brother. TW, good night, Jay. Good night, TW. Mr. Insanity, thank you. I got this. Shows up in my feed, but I can't find it because I have no idea you have second channel. I'm off the sub. Thank you, Mr. Insanity. Good to see you. Have a good night, guys. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Oh man, we have the power, everybody. We have the power. Good journey, everybody. Be proud.